Zeke did that beat. Did that beat. Zeke did that beat. beat.
Can I get a green light? I want everything you promised me, Lord. Sometimes seems like it's taking way too long trying to be tied. Should I stay? Or should I move on? Want to be right? So I'm moving out your green light. Say, can I get a green light? How y'all doing, huh? Where you at, huh? Can I get a green light? If you waiting on the Lord, God, you take a man's word. What you say, huh? Yo, say, can I get a green light? See, I want everything. I want everything you promised me, Lord. Seems like it's taking way too long. Seems like it's taking way too long trying to decide. Should I stay? Should I move on? So I don't move. Can I get a green light? How y'all doing, huh? Where y'all at, huh? Can I get a green light? And if you're waiting on the Lord, God, you take a man's word. What you say, huh? Can I get a green light? With the whole world jumping. Can I get a green light? What I feel is doing nothing. Can I get a green light? I said a one, but till I hear you saying something, Lord, I wonder. Can I get a green light? But I'm moving to your life, but I'm moving to your life, so I'm moving to your green light, to your green light, Altos, say, come on, Altos, flip it. Right here, so Sopranos, how to say. I feel you. If you really into that thing, feel it, real. Everybody, sit. Soprano, sit. Everybody say it one time.
Zeke did that beat.
I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. Nah, nah. I'll be okay. Okay, okay. Don't worry about me.
Zeke did that beat. Zeke did that beat.
Black Friday. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. It is FriYay, Fly Fridays, y'all. We are out here, Feel Good Friday, Fly Friday. I think I saw in the comment, Get Lit Friday. We in here, y'all. Good morning to you. Good morning to all of y'all. Hope everybody's doing all right this morning. It's Friday, April the 25th. We're a little bit late getting started this morning, but I was having some computer issues, so we had to do what we had to do. So, you know what I'm saying? But good morning to y'all. Hope everybody's doing all right on this Friday, April the 25th. We are here, we lit, we ready to go. It's a good day. It's going to be a really good day, a good FriYay. And my hope and my prayer is that you and yours will do well today and this weekend, and that you'll have a good weekend that's restful and, you know, all the good things like that. Maybe even you're doing some stuff where you can have some good impact in your community and amongst your family or your, you know, your circles or whatever else. Whatever the case may be, enjoy this weekend. I think it's supposed to be fairly nice, at least where I am in Chicago. Then again, I also have not checked the weather report. Somebody just told me it was going to be nice. I don't know. It might be horrible for all I know. I haven't confirmed that for myself. But anyways, we done made it to the weekend, y'all. We made it. Like, and it just feels like time is just going by so fast. I don't know if it's because when you're doing like this thing, you know, like it's every day. Get up every morning. And then, of course, for me, I got to go to work afterwards. And then after that, you know, dealing with some of the things that dealing with at home. So we got to go through that. So, you know, all that to say, you know, it feels like, you know, the days just get shorter and shorter. Doesn't it feel like that? And then the older you get, it feels like the days are getting shorter behind you. You know, so all that to say, it looked like April just got away from us, man. Like, we are already at the 25th. I know Monday is my father's birthday on the 28th. He'll be 76 years old. So that's what I'm saying. You know, like, I look up and it felt like he was 40-something years old, just like we was just celebrating 50. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, where does the time go? Where does the time seem to go? I don't know. But whatever the case may be, we made it. So here we are. We made it. We on FriYay. We made it. So I'm so glad to see y'all. I hope y'all got a good day set up. We got a good day set up on the show for you on today. Of course, my man's Rideout is here, and past star Rich Holmes will be with us a little bit later on. And then, of course, we're going to clock the tea with our girl, Miss Rhonda on the Rhocks. And so we're going to do that a little bit later on today. She's got a couple clips that she sent over, and we're going to yap about it on today. Let's see here. Let me do this. Let me first give a quick shout out and a thank you to LAH Entertainment and Arts. Let me give a quick thank you to them because they covered, of course, all of the costs and all of the expenses for the show for the month of April. And so they carried us through this month, and we just want to give them a thank you. We want to let them know how much we appreciate them, how just how awesome it is that people even love you and care for you. Y'all know that's Rich's mama. So you know, the mamas of the show, they support, they do it, they do the thing. So we definitely appreciate them for all of that. So yeah. We just want to give a thank you to LAH Entertainment and Arts. Again, if you are into it, I'm looking for that banner. If you are into acting and if you're into show, you want to get into TV, you want to get into movies, you want to do all of that, LAH Entertainment and Arts is the thing for you. You definitely want to get linked in with them, lock in with them, because, and where is that? There it is right there. All right, there we go. I don't know what's going on with my computer this morning. So you definitely want to lock in with them if you're interested in doing anything with movies, doing anything with television. Right now, they've got a casting call going on for the TV show Exposed.
So you want to, email this number right here. This number. What is 1984? Call this number right here. No, email the email that's on the bottom of the screen right there. lahentertainment@comcast.net. So that's lahentertainment@comcast.net. You want to reach out to them because they'll let you know, ways that you can get involved, ways that you can audition. They'll do the whole script thing. And as Richard said a couple days ago, they're casting for 2 specific roles right now for something else. And I believe you want to go to Stacy Gill at breezyfilms.org. All right. This specific roles right here that you can go to Stacy Gill for, those specific roles, one was for a Hispanic male in his 40s and the other was for a white male in his 50s. So those are 2 very specific roles. If you know anybody, or if you just happen to be locking in this morning and you just so happen to come across this post, then you can email that I was going to say email that number. What is this? 1984? You can email that email address right there, Stacy Gill at breezyfilms.org. And so thank you to LAH Entertainment and Arts. You guys, absolutely, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting and for sponsoring, for us to be able to do what we're doing. So thank y'all so much. Thank you so much, LAH Entertainment and Arts. And again, if you're into doing that kind of thing, I know it's a lot of people, especially for this show, there's a lot of people who want to do acting and they want to get into all that kind of stuff. They want to get into television. They want to get into the movies. Y'all know how we are. I'm saying like that. We want to get into acting. We want to get into television. We want to get into the music industry. We want to do all these different things. And so, I'm honored to be able to present certain opportunities that do that. So thank you to LAH Entertainment and Arts for sponsoring and supporting us throughout this. Let's see here. Let's do this. I'm trying to look for something real quick. I want to put something up for tomorrow. I got a thing, just getting morning announcements out the way. This is why I need the church announcement lady. This is why. On tomorrow, and actually, you know what? I don't think the thing came through over here. Well, I'll announce it a little bit later on. But on tomorrow, there's an expungement event that's going on. That tomorrow at my church, at my location, 11401 South Vincennes Avenue in Chicago. All right, APC Morgan Park. There's an expungement event going on. So if you don't know what expungement is, for people who have records, criminal records, if you've been to jail, if you've done a crime, if you've done something like that, well, there's a record out on you, and that record can sometimes hold you back. That record will sometimes get you held back. So they seal your records, they expunge you, they seal your records, they make sure that employers can't go and find the stuff that you did. They make sure that, and there's a process to that now. There's a whole process to it, but you need somebody that's there to help you through that whole legal process. Well, that's what we're presenting on tomorrow. The flyer did not come up here to the screen, so that's cool. It's all right. We'll get that loaded up later on. I can just resend it. But yeah. So if you know anybody, or even if it's yourself, and you need some help in that area of expungement, records being sealed, all those kinds of things like that, because that's been holding you back, or if you know somebody who has been holding back, maybe it was your, not to be stereotypical, but maybe it was your son, maybe it was your nephew, maybe it was your boyfriend, your husband, somebody like that. It's good to have at least the information about ways that you can improve on that. So I'm trying to get that flyer loaded up, but if nothing else, here it is right here. If nothing else, then by the end of the show, we'll be able to get up in a couple minutes here. An expungement event, it's tomorrow, 101 South Vincennes Avenue, 10 a.m. Listen, it's not a long period of time now. We in there from 10 to I think we done at 12. So doors open at 10, and the whole thing is done at 12. So it's cool. You got to come on time. It's one of those kinds of things. Let's see if I can get that on the screen real quick. As a matter of fact, let's get that presented for y'all. Hold on a second, because I want y'all to be able to see this. It's a really big deal when you talk about people getting their records expunged, getting their records, handled and taken care of. Let's see if we can find it. Is this it right here? There it is. All right, cool. Let's get that on the screen. There we go. So hopefully it'll come on the screen. There it is. All right. There we go. So we're doing this with Cabrini Green Legal Aid. All right. So this whole event is about knowing your rights, being able to know what what rights you have to get records expunged and all that. So again, if you're in the Chicago area, this is being sponsored by our Community Healing Resource Center with Live Free Illinois, APC Brooklyn Park, Illinois Criminal Justice Information Authority, and it is being presented by Cabrini Green Legal Aid. So you definitely want to let your friend, let your boyfriend, let your girlfriend, some of y'all got them roughneck girlfriends, so let your girlfriend, let your so just let anybody who might be in need of help in this area getting records expunged and all that stuff like that. So that's tomorrow if you're in the Chicago area. Again, doors open at 10 a.m. and the program is 10:15 to 12. Refreshments will be served. And so these things, again, what you'll learn about what records relief can do for you, what records relief options exist, and how to even just start that process. So there'll be people who work in that field, lawyers and whatnot, who are there to help you through that. So again, man, listen, I've learned that there are some things that they just hold the Black community down with. This is real talk. There are some things they just hold us down with, like traffic violations, for instance. You know how many Black folks been arrested over traffic violations? Like, how do so many of us get suspended licenses and other things like that, and they end up in jail over it? And it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So different people got different stuff they need help with. Let's get them the help they need. All right. That's enough of that. I'll announce it again. Let's do this. Let's do some shout outs. Let's get a couple more shout outs in there real quick. To all the Lock stars who have chimed in on this morning. Let's see who's with us this morning. Let's see. First comment of the day. Always the main one. Who is the first comment of the day? Roll your drum tips. The first comment that came through for the day is our girl Brony Cat. There she is. Good morning. It's Get Lit Friday. I told you I saw that in the comments. It's Get Lit Friday. Yeah. Fly Friday. Feeling good Friday. Get Lit Friday. Thank you, Brony Cat. And I know she got it in here somewhere. Where is that? I knew she had the church announcements in there. There it goes. Welcome to Zeke Live in the morning with host Zeke Locke and co-host Eric Rideout and Richard Holmes. Grab your beverage and let's get it. Zeke Live. I don't know what y'all drinking this morning, but I'm drinking water again this morning, trying to keep my hydration, together. Y'all have been dealing with these sinuses and all that stuff like that. So, yeah, gotta watch out for that. And then check this out. Here's my friend right here, Sharon Davis. There he is right there. I saw this come through when Green Light was playing. He said, "Sing, y'all." In the intro, we had the song Green Light playing. I played it a few times during the show, but I've been playing it this week during the intro. So thank you, Sharon. I got a song of his that I'm gonna play. We don't have it for today, but next week is Music Week, and he's one of the artists that we're gonna be playing your song next week, Sharon. So be looking for me or Eric or somebody to reach out to you by having you on the show for a couple minutes as we do Music Week, get that planned and plotted out, to talk about your musical journey. But one of the things about Sharon, he was a singer with me back when I first really got into the Chicago scene. He was already by then I'm gonna call him a Chicago legend. He was already well known and well, around the city of Chicago. And he came to I Love Choir. He met Dietrich at the radio station. Dietrich told him to go audition that night. He came through, we let him in. He was like the first person I had singing lead for us in LXW. So, he helped me see a lot of stuff in the Chicago music game. He helped me, in that way. And I'm super, super, super grateful to him and honored to be able to, feature music and stuff that he's got going on after he's had a long bout with stuff. But I'm telling y'all, a voice that's just, he can work a crowd, man. We used to have a good time singing that. What was the song we used to sing? Well, I can't hear it with this other song playing in the background. But your church needs your power, Lord. We need it just a bit. When we did the whole Jackson 5 thing, it was a good time, man. So shout out to Sharon. Thank you for being on here with us, good sir. My brother. And then check it out, y'all know Eric Rideout is here with us. He's gonna be on the stage in just a minute here. Good morning, you beautiful people. Like, and share. I think it's supposed to say follow, like, and share. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. That's right. He's absolutely right. Don't y'all forget to subscribe. And let me ask you that question. Have you subscribed over on YouTube? Have you followed on Facebook and Instagram? Have you followed in these places? It's right here. Right there. You see that right there? So if you haven't already subscribed, do that, and make sure you turn on your notifications on YouTube. That's the cool thing about it. You can actually turn on your notifications, and you'll know when I go live, because ain't no telling what time we turn the thing on right now while we piloting. Could be 20, could be 23, could be 26. It just depends, But I tell you one thing: at 7:30, this thing will be on some capacity. I know that much. So we try to get a little pre-show going on so that we're running as close to the schedule of time as we can. So definitely make sure you subscribe and you follow. And here's the other cool thing: I am going to do a concert here in Chicago, a kickback. I ain't going to call it a concert. We'll call it a kickback, and I'm going to perform. I'll have a few other people, maybe some of the artists that we played on here, perform. We're going to have a good time. We'll have an excellent time. It'll be for Lock Stars only, but you got to subscribe. You got to follow. You got to do that stuff. But once I hit 100 over here on YouTube, that is boom. No questions asked. We announcing it. So absolutely make sure that you subscribe. And then share it with somebody and let them subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, check it out. It's our friend, our brother, all the way down to Houston, Texas, Jeremy D. Sanders. Good morning, bro. Happy Friday. Happy FriYay to you too, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know he's got that song we've been playing a lot around here called Not Ashamed. So make sure y'all go get that. That's what Sounds of Kingdom out of Houston, Texas. And that bad boy jams. I mean, it's one of them feelings, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you go and grab that. It is fire. And no, he is not Fred Hammond. He is Jeremy Sanders. There you have it. And then here's our friend. Look at this, y'all. It's Megan Matthews. They go, the lock star herself, Megan Matthews. Yesterday she got on somewhere around about 10:01. And she was like, dang, I missed everything. Like, it's really cool to see when people felt like, oh my God, I missed it. I can't believe I missed this. So she came on early today, man. You hear early, Miss Megan. Here you go. That was so funny yesterday when you got on and was like, man, I missed everything. It was like, you all late. That was hilarious. But welcome to the early morning version of the show. Welcome to the early morning version. And then watch this right here. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what y'all got to do. Hearts, love, flowers, and all of the stuff to our mama of the show, Mrs. JP Rideout. That's Eric's mama. I told y'all the mamas of the show got our back. The mamas of the show, they support us. They be here with us. So shout out to Mama JP Rideout. Listen, y'all, and if you're new here and you never heard me announce this and actually say it, every episode, just about every episode, we putting up the last comment of the day goes to Mama JP. She lets us know if the show was good. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel like we did something worthwhile in the world. So y'all go show some love to Mama JP Rideout. Y'all go show some love right there. There you go. Look at that, Megan. Yep, the jokes. We just never stop with the jokes. There we go. And look at Eric showing love to his mama. There it is right there. Y'all do the same. Show some love to Mama JP Rideout. Hey, y'all, check it out, man. Like I said, it's a good day today. Friday, FriYay. Fly Friday, April 25th. Go ahead and like I said, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Share this with somebody, tag somebody. We're going to have a good show today. We're going to play a little bit of music here, and we're coming right back with my big brother, Eric Rideout. He's backstage. I see him back there. We're going to come back in just a couple minutes with my friend, my brother, Eric Rideout, and I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something, but we're going to... We never short on things to do, though, so there you have it. But let's do this. Let's play a couple of songs. Because next week we got Music Week that's coming up. We want to present some new artists, spotlight some new artists. So I'm going to start it with this, and then me and Eric will talk about this a little bit when he gets on. But this email right here, ZekeLive730@gmail.com. There's a few things I'm looking for in this email. You know, Mother's Day is coming up, so I'm going to start with that. Mother's Day is coming up. I want you to be able to share pictures of you with your mama, or just a picture of your mother, someone who's been influential to you. an auntie or something, go ahead and shoot those pictures over to ZekeLive@gmail.com. Because the day after Mother's Day, we're going to share that stuff on the show. For anybody who shared that, we're going to do that the day after Mother's Day. And then for next week, if you are an artist, a musical artist, it's Music Week next week. If you know anybody whose song should be here, email the song in MP3 format to ZekeLive730@gmail.com, along with album art or whatever picture you would like to present. So a headshot or whatever, or, a photo shoot picture that you had, whatever the case may be, go ahead and send that to ZekeLive730. That's ZEKELO. I'm sorry, I'm about to spell my name. ZEKELIVE 730@gmail.com. Email that number, and yes, absolutely. Because if you email that number, why do I keep calling it a number? Eric, what am I doing? I keep saying call the email and email the number. Well, this is like it's 1988. What is happening here? Email the email address with that track or that album art and all that stuff, and we'll get it uploaded next week during Music Week. And we're going to spotlight new artists. We do it all the time, but we're going to make a real effort into it next week. We're going to talk about some really engaging topics. We've been already breaking down what we're going to talk about next week in regards to that. And then on top of that, also, though, we're going to talk about ways that you can get into the music industry, things that go on in the music industry, all that good stuff. You've got a wealth of knowledge right here on this show in Eric Rideout. And, I'm a bit in the industry now, and Richard is, so we know some stuff and we know people. And also we want to feature some artists, some of you artists or someone so reach out to ZekeLive730@gmail.com so that we can do that next week. All right, that's the deal. That's what we want. We want to spotlight folks. I love spotlighting people, man. Somebody gave me a chance once upon a time, and so I love being able to do the same thing for other people. Like, if this little thing that we're doing over here with Zeke Live in the morning will help elevate somebody's career or help elevate someone, get them some streams, then we're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do. So ZekeLive730@gmail.com if you have music. So make sure you send the track. Now do me a favor, send it in MP3 format. And then, and we'll put something together so you can see that. But MP3 format, okay? MP3 format. And we're going to start spotlighting music on Monday. But as for right now, I got a little sample, some music we're going to spotlight. Let's do this. Let's play. Let's do this. Now, before we go to the spotlight, we'll do a little bit of spotlighting here. But let's play some ladies real quick. I'm gonna play Teresa Fondo with Blessings, and then I'm gonna play Jamaica Lachey with I Don't Want It, because we're going into the weekend and we don't want all the mess and stuff like that people want to drag us into the weekend with. So you're locked in with Zeke Live in the morning. You're locked in here. I'm your host, Zeke Locke. We'll be right back. This right here, we'll be right back with Eric Rideout, but this right here is Teresa. I cannot talk this morning. I need some coffee. We're gonna be right back with Eric Rideout, but this right here is Teresa Fondo with Blessings, and followed by that Jamaica Lachey. We'll be right back. Go get your coffee, go get your beverage. Let's get it.
Blessings on me, blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Blessings on me, blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, I can feel it. I can feel it. See His blessings all around me in every season, and I'm more than grateful. In the good times, in the bad times, oh, I count them, cause I know they're never stopping, and I know God is for me. His love all around me. He gives me more than I need. He makes my life oh so sweet. He makes my heart feel so free. Yeah. Blessings on me, blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Blessings on me, blessings on me. Stand up, never lay down. Used to see us in the back, we in the front now. They tried, we did. Stepping up, no chill, I'm about to go in. Steady dancing in the clouds, got Abba walking mouse, talking handshake, smiles for the big win. Almost on the reach in, trying to put their bid in, hoping they can slide just a piece in. But this ain't for the weak, for the hearts wanna sleep. Put a guard on your piece, gotta stand in your sleep. Take a breath and be meek, gotta take it from me. No one can do you like you do it. Be fluent in you, that's a movement. Stay focused on you, it's not selfish, it's true. It is only to you that you prove it. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these boys, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. People used to talk how me could falling off, now they looking for my corner. Red form on the backtrack, I ain't cutting no slack, it's a new order. Say my team is real strong now. Kingdom coming like a song now. Guaranteed on this walk, you won't believe, but his word is the creed, and my faith it go free. No one can do you like you do it. Be fluent in you, that's a movement. Stay focused on you, it's not selfish, it's true. It is only to you that you prove it. It is only through him that you prove it. It is only through him that you prove. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these boys, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. Entangled entrapments, the pressures of being down. Transcend traps and dead bodies have turned to clouds. Depression's a trophy for Gen Z, and socials will kill you with envy, fabricating the light through the enemy. My state, it is altered and change has occurred. Intention is heavy on serving this word. My being has meaning, no love lost, I made it. I'm good, I believe it, that's you, I don't think. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these boys, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these boys, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. Yep.
And we is back. We is back. You're locked in with Zeke Live in the morning. That was Teresa Kondo and Jamaica Lachey. Blessings and I Don't Want It. You definitely want to go and grab both of those songs. They are so dope. They are a vibe. It's good music for your weekend. It's good music to get your weekend right. I told y'all this is a great way to start your day, but we ain't gonna be here on Saturday and Sunday. You can tune in to Zeke Live. Well, you can tune in to the YouTube page over there on YouTube. Go to Zeke Locke. You can tune in there and read all the episodes. I just feel like an old man this morning. Let me get Eric to the stage because I feel like an old man. I'm talking about reading episodes. What is that? Reading newspapers and calling phone numbers. It must be 1988 around here. Anyways, you can go back and check out all the old episodes and everything this weekend, but we won't be live until Monday morning again. So, you know, make sure you're followed and doing all of that good stuff. Make sure you're doing all the things in that way. All right, y'all. Let's do this. Let's real quick. Let's get Eric to the stage, and then I'll throw these shout outs. A couple more shout outs that just came. So y'all do me a favor. Give me some love real quick. Give some love. Give some hearts. Give some claps. Give some all those things like that. Give some, if you're a dude, give some muscles. Don't give no hearts. So my man's Mr. Eric, the Eric, Rideout, with the fancy glass. Look at him.
Yeah, man, you said that right. Don't put no hearts on my stuff, fella. Don't do that. That's like poking me on Facebook. Don't do that.
Oh my God! Remember those days when people were poking?
Man,
They still have that feature on Facebook. Poke.
I thought it was gone, but it's back.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it on. No. I saw it on. Was it Facebook or another app? But I saw it. I still don't like it. I don't care where. Don't do it. If you're a fella, don't poke. If I post a picture, don't put hearts on it. You put a thumbs up on it.
Don't go around poking people. Right.
I
use hearts all the time. I feel like if you know what happened. Like I feel like hearts on Facebook have become like LOL. Remember back in the day when you would type LOL, it was like you was literally laughing out loud. Like it was like, so you would type LOL to say like, yo, that was funny. I actually laughed out loud. Then it got so like mundane of a term that now you just type LOL just to let people know it's lighthearted. You don't even have to laugh.
And sometimes people type that you didn't even watch the video or read what they said. You just
just LOL, just like you know, like it's just it means nothing anymore. That's what I feel like the like button is now on Facebook, like the thumbs up. I feel like if you give somebody a thumbs up, it's like, hey, I saw this, good job, go about your life. Like if you give them a heart, it means like I saw it, I really did like it. Here goes the heart. If I give you a thumbs up, I feel like I just gave you like oh, good job, going with your little video.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
go ahead with your little post.
and good morning, everybody. Man, it was rough this morning. This is a rough one.
Yeah.
See, I used to be set up in the back room of my house with this, but now I moved it to my bedroom.
Oh, word.
And so
they don't have to get out the bed.
I can almost reach over and do this, but man, today was rough.
Yeah, well,
it's been a lot. It's been a lot, and not that it's like a harsh roughness, but it was a lot. There was a lot that got to be done, man. I'm here at home, at home, and I'm helping coordinate some of this for you people in Dallas this weekend. My boy Travis Malloy and Kim Morrell will be doing a vocal workshop along with my boy, Zeke's boy, my employer, Fred Hammond. They're doing a big thing at the warehouse this weekend. It's going to be crazy. It's bringing vocalists together just to sing and sharing gifts. And it's in Chicago next week.
Dude, if I didn't have...
after next, May 7th.
Yeah.
If I didn't have...
If I didn't have this thing going on tomorrow, and if I would have made arrangements for Sunday, I might have just flown down to Dallas just because that's going on. And then you remember Aiga? I don't know if you remember Aiga.
Yeah.
Deeply Rooted. So Aiga from Deeply Rooted, he does this thing, Aiga Moves. And so they've got a thing going on with, I forget what dance company down in Dallas. And anything that Aiga gonna be part of is gonna be like top tier. It's not gonna be, it ain't just praise dance where it's
all that
praise dances, that's all they do, But Aiga, it's choreography. This is like this is next level dance work. Anyways, they're doing he's doing a piece down in Dallas that he choreographed like back in like he choreographed this one like 1990. So it's a piece that he's bringing back with a company down in Dallas. And I saw some of the clips. I saw an interview thing with I don't know if I saved it on my phone. I should have shown it. But anyways, they're doing that this weekend in Dallas. And I was like, dang, I wish I could come to Dallas. And now you talking about
you could have went and saw
at the warehouse. Yeah. So now the thing at the warehouse and that I could have had a great weekend in Dallas this weekend. But that wasn't in the cards. So there you have it. Yeah.
Also, too, those of you that live in Chicago, Atlanta, and Columbus, I need your help. We'll be out your way for Mother's Day. The Mother's Day tour featuring Fred Hammond, Marvin Sapp, and don't start with the lock of the doors jokes. Zacardi Cortez, James Fortune, Donald Lawrence, and so on, Marvin Wine, and so on and so on. So, Feed the Hungry is an organization that we're associated with, and they do really good things with feeding children all over the world. So we're needing a few volunteers and maybe 5 people in Chicago, maybe 5 in Columbus, Ohio, for the weekend of May 9th, Chicago, May 10th, Ohio, May 11th, Atlanta. If you're interested, inbox me. You get into the concert for free, and we only really need you to do something during the intermission for 15 minutes during intermission. So if you're interested, get at me.
Yeah, that's the easy stuff to do too. That's the
easy
way to get into a good concert. Man. Yeah, that's an easy way to get into a concert. And pretty much all they doing is, well, I don't know if you want me to tell them what they're doing, basically.
Yeah, all you're literally doing is during the intermission, they're going to be, you're going to either if people want a sponsored child, you just hand them the thing. That's it. Mm-hmm. And something else you mentioned earlier, which was funny. I remember that day when Sharon, I was with Dietrich at the radio station.
Yeah.
And Sharon was there, and he said, I'm a singer. And Dietrich was like, hey, man, come on out. We're doing auditions, you know. And I'm looking at Dietrich like, man, you ain't, you know, got no information from the man. You ain't told him where to go. So we ended up telling Sharon where to go. But Sharon was a huge asset. His new song is great.
Yeah.
I
got that one. I don't got it loaded. Yeah, he does. I don't got it loaded up for today, but we definitely going to play it next week. I got to like piece it together and put it on the thing, you know. But I definitely got it. Like, so I'm excited to like play that for the people. You know, because he's been through the stuff he's been through and still doing his thing.
Yeah, and still singing, man.
Yeah, but he helped us to really like make LXW a thing. Like he was part of that, you know.
I got that clip of him singing down in the show we did with Todd Tribbett. I was watching that clip the other night. And he was singing, Lord, send your spirit. What's the song? We need your spirit, Lord.
We need your power. Yeah.
We need your power.
With
and so I was feeling that song.
The Jackson 5 thing to it. Don't. It
was killer.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video? I still got it.
From was it from the WGN?
In when we were in Illinois. No. This was the show we did with Todd Tribbett and Todd Delaney.
That was TBN. That was on TBN. Yeah,
I got that still. I got it. I sent it to you.
Nice.
It's a trip to look back at it.
Yeah,
they had on right? Black and white, and Nuix was killing. I mean,
yeah, we had on all our leather, and I had on my big hat and the crazy glasses and all the stuff I used.
I got it. They had a black and white shirt and black pants, and they all had on all black. But man, to look at that video, Ramon was singing, and all these different people. It was a trip to watch it, and it was a good memory, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good time. That was. That you remember Pastor Kit Ford? I think I told you this, but Pastor Kit, not Kit Ford, that's his wife, Dwight Ford, Pastor Dwight Ford, and his wife, Lady Kit Ford. So I came back into contact with Pastor Dwight, came back into contact with him through Live Free Illinois. So he's connected with that, and so we saw each other at my church. We were doing a thing at my church one time, and he came. Hey, I was like, oh, Pastor Ford, man, you remember me? Yeah, you know, it was all love. It was a
good thing, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Those are good times,
kind of stuff, you know.
And those were good times too.
Yeah, TBN days. How about that? Hey, here's a couple of shout outs. Let's do a couple people that chimed in real quick. First one I got to give is a shout out. I'm gonna do this one real quick and then show y'all something. This is my auntie Regina. Look at that right there. My auntie Regina. Shout out to my auntie. But check this out, y'all. Hey, check this out. She tagged this on Facebook. Now why my computer want to keep acting slow this morning? So my auntie Regina, y'all see me always shouting her out. And there go my auntie, y'all. That's my auntie. She tagged me in this picture on Facebook the other day. Look at that. This last time that we were in Las Vegas together. Yeah, we were out there. And so boom, shout out to that. That's my auntie Regina. I think we were at
that picture even looks hot.
Yeah, it was hot that day. You know it wasn't terrible though. Let me take that back. It wasn't terrible. This was, what month was this? It was enough that I had on that sweatshirt and I wasn't like burning up. But we were out in I was still in a convertible though, because y'all know me, I'm being a convertible. Like in Las Vegas. I don't drive convertibles nowhere else, but Las Vegas, that's my safe place. Like, so yeah, it was hot enough. I mean, it was warm enough or cool enough, should I say, that I wasn't burning up with that sweatshirt on. But yeah, that was a good time. We went out by Red Rock. I don't know if you've ever been out there, E. Red Rock National Canyon. But oh my God, that is like it's
a beautiful place.
Yes, like the absolute most beautiful. So we had a chance as a family. We had like 2 cars that we just was rolling out through there and getting out, taking pictures and walking around. So
but you got to pick the best time to go though.
Yeah.
And, I see her message to me. She said, I'm in Atlanta. Hey, inbox me.
Yeah, she lives in Atlanta.
I can put you down on the show too.
Yeah, my auntie. Yeah, she'll have a good time. She'll be there. Yeah,
she enjoyed the show.
Do the thing. Yeah. So that's all
she got to do nothing.
Yeah.
We'll fix it. She can just enjoy the show. and not really out there. I'll look out for you.
There you go. Boom. See? Look at that. When you hang out with me, Auntie, that's so shout out to my Auntie Regina. There she is right there, y'all. Yeah, and then let's see here. Let's give a couple more shout outs here. I saw some other people who came in. I see that you shouted out Carl Bradford. I'm looking for his comment, but I didn't see it there. And then shout out to our brother John Johnson, Freedom Lighting here in Chicago, the Chicago area. So if you need any lighting needs, we definitely, want to.
And you know what else with John? Hey, if you need somebody to sing, hit John Johnson. John Johnson can sing.
That's true. John got a voice. Yeah.
John can sing.
And he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny.
He really is. He is hilarious. And then I got to give this one right here, y'all. Everybody got to go show some love to this one right here. That's my wife, Miss.
What's her name? I'm scared to do it to her, so I'm not going to say never heard of her. She know how to find me. See, some of these people won't see me. I'll even just see sticks. So, good morning.
Right. Go ahead and tell her. Never heard of her. Go ahead and tell her. Go.
No, I never say it for that one.
That's my wife, y'all. Y'all show her some love. She's still up at the hospital right now. So when we get off of here, I actually am going to go up there today. So, yeah. So y'all give her some love and keep us in prayer and keep us lifted up, through all of that. Absolutely.
You see her message to me down there, so I'm not going to mess with her. Let me tell you. A good thing about Zeke's wife, those of you that don't know her, you would never know that woman is in the building. She's so low key. I've been standing at events and turn around, she's standing there, and I'll jump saying, and I always ask her, when did you get here? She said, I've been here the whole while. Like, where in the world were you at? She just popped in and out. But she's so a good
quiet, sitting to herself.
Man, she popped up. She just be, you turn around and she's standing there. It's like, wow. So she could be a good spy or an assassin. She moves the silence.
Yeah. Uh-oh. And here's another shout out to my man's Chris Hood. I talked to him yesterday. We talked for about a good 45 minutes or so. Just felt like calling him, see how he was doing. And so we talked. And so, yeah. So shout out to Hood, Chris Hood. Y'all remember he was one of our sponsors a few weeks back when we were still doing sponsorships. Matter of fact, I got to make some announcements about that as we're going into May. So shout out to Chris Hood. That's my man. And Eric, just so you know, he said he would help here in Chicago. So there you go. Boom. There you go. People got to know how to
help. Gotcha. I'm help. Gotcha.
Look. There go my wife. There she goes. She's trying to get you. There you go.
She got one for me down there. She says, I'm watching you. And I literally look around the room.
There he is. I knew I seen the comment. Carl Bradford, there he is right there, y'all. Shout out. Hey. And then I got to give a shout out to who I was our special guest on yesterday. If y'all didn't get a chance to watch the conversation from yesterday, man, it was engaging. It was what's the word I want to use? I'm trying to be delicate, but it was a kick in the nuts to a lot of folks, I think, who needed to have that kick in the balls. Like they needed that. No, because real talk, we be out here, we do a really good job of singing, shouting, all in the four walls on Sundays, and we come back through the midweek on Wednesday. Some people on maybe Tuesday or Thursday, but we do a midweek, we do a Sunday, and we think we're doing something all right. But who's really out there actually getting involved with the community, doing all that? That's the conversation we had and we talked about yesterday. And so if you want to know how ways that you can get involved with your church, you're making me laugh. Like
I'm sorry.
if you want to know ways that you can get involved, well, I was just being honest. It was a kick in the balls to some people. It was like some people, I know how y'all preachers be. I know, and it's okay. It's okay. That's why we had the conversation, because people should be caring for their communities, and we can't be scared to get out there, y'all. That's the thing. We can't be scared, and that's the conversation we were having on yesterday. And so, so definitely go back and watch that on YouTube. You can check us out, Zeke Locke. You can go ahead and check that conversation from Thursday, the 24th, with J.R. Jordan. Like, that was a good conversation. And then I had a conversation with this man yesterday who I've known for years and years. That's JR's brother, Dr. Jonathan Jordan. Y'all give some love and hearts. These are the sons of Bishop Willie Jordan.
Yeah.
These are the sons. These are his two sons. His oldest son, his youngest son, right there. Dr. Jonathan Jordan. So I had a chance to talk to him yesterday. We chopped it up about a good hour and a half almost, like hour and 15 minutes or something like that. Like just chopping it up on stuff. Same conversation. Like, y'all, we got to get out and about, y'all. We got to, we can't be hiding behind these four walls in our churches. And that's what those conversations was about. So, there you go.
Uh-oh. There we go. Tara Jones is joining. Good morning, Tara.
Hey, yeah. Come on, Tara Jones.
Actually, it's wrong. That's Tara. Sorry. Tara.
Oh, there she go. There go my wife. That's the comment she was talking about. She said, don't play Eric. Like,
and she got one that says, I'm watching you. That's why I was back off. And also, good morning to Rhonda. Rhonda on the Rocks.
Shout out to Rhonda on the Rocks. She will be with us on today. So we got a cool things. Speaking of on the Rocks, speaking of on the Rocks, my auntie said that's where we were. We were at Red Rock when we took that picture. So yeah. So there you have. There you go. There you go. There you go. This is a good...
You see Carl's message, Zeke?
Who?
Said, Carl, you see what he said? Yeah, that was wild. You could have said straight there. LOL. He's talking about.
So it's too early in the morning to be filtered sometimes, y'all. I do my best to be filtered, but sometimes in the morning I ain't had time to process the day. So sometimes it just come out raw. Y'all just got to just go with it. Like,
whatever shoots out on here. Wait.
Shout out to Johnny Rideout. This must be one of your people, E.
That's my mother. She must.
Oh, that's your mama. Your mama's name, Johnny. I didn't know your mama's name was Johnny.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just be calling her mama. So there you go.
JP
Not your mama joined us on YouTube. What? Listen, mama's be. You do my shout. Mama done went over to YouTube. Hey, look at that. I told y'all YouTube is the place to be. If y'all subscribe, 100 subscribers, and I'm throwing a kickback right off the straight off.
And Tara Jones, hello.
Let's see here. I'm just scrolling through the comments here. Let's see. There she is, Tara Jones, or as Eric calls her, Tara Jones. Y'all know y'all. Now y'all can't call her Tara. We had a great interview with her a few weeks back. Matter of fact, we'll play her song before we bring Rhonda up. We'll put her in the lineup for today. I do have her song loaded up on today. I am who I am. I am who I am. Yep. I love that song. Let's see. Let's see here.
Brony Cat had a question. She said, "Why is the Blues Festival lineup up and the Gospel Festival lineup not up?" Who knows, Brony Cat? What's this? Yeah, he said, "Could have said, come to Jesus talk."
Yeah, no. I'm gonna give it to you straight and let everybody else sort it out. I'm gonna do the Jesus conversation where he called people vipers and dogs and all kind of. Sometimes I be that guy. I mean, you get this
and harsh words.
Look, Rev, you finna get this swift kick to the balls. You finna get this swift kick to the fight. You finna like, yo, we finna bust your head on this one, Doc. Like sometimes you got to just talk to people a certain way because folks be
they're playing your face.
They're playing your face. Folks are playing your face. Sometimes you got to make sure there's no uncanny terms. Like, I feel this way about this thing, Sometimes just I ain't going to go into that. Sometimes a good cuss word is all you can just...
And since Zeke mentioned that, I don't know what made me think of this.
Oh,
it has nothing to do with what Zeke just said. No, it's nothing crazy. It's you mentioned Music Week next week.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I don't know what cuss word made me think of Music Week, but some of you ought to have music. Please send it to that to our email address. Make sure you send, like Zeke said, your art. If you have a music video with it, that'd be cool too. Send your stuff.
Videos are cool. I like videos even better actually because I love visuals.
We're trying to support people.
Yeah, send it in a video form. But if you send a video, send it in MP4 format. That's the best way to have it for us, for our purposes. So if you have a video, send an MP4. If you only have a track though, send the track, but send a picture. So send album art to the track or just a profile picture or something that we can put up there. I want to just see my face going Zeke Locke in the morning.
Please avoid pictures of you with the seatbelt across you, and you trying to push yourself. Shannon Sharp environment. Yeah, Carl Bradford, this is. And you see he going through it too.
Oh my gosh, Shannon Sharp is going.
That little girl is sticking it to him.
But she's sticking it to her. He was sticking it to her.
She's for $50 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I'm
like, what is he? But what is she charging him for? To keep quiet about?
I don't even know. You know what? I let these people have their own crazy lifestyles, and I stay right over here with me.
The drama on yours.
Yeah, because these people.
$50 is crazy.
Yeah, these folks.
I don't get it, John.
You know, it's crazy. These I seen a clip maybe yesterday or this morning from when Monique was on his show, and she was like, telling Shannon, you better go get you one of these old women who can rub your feet and get you some cake made and do the. You're like, you need to quit messing with these young girls. You need to quit that. Like, hey, you know what though? Okay, so I don't want to, and I don't want to stick here too long because then I'll be in irony. You know, otherwise I'll be ironic. But when I think about like the shows that specialize in gossip, like that, like, and it wasn't even that Shannon Sharp show was specializing in gossip. It wasn't even that. But, you know, of course, we pushed pieces of the show for views and for other stuff like that. It started to just become kind of a messy place. I didn't really like even seeing some of the clips that would come from Club Shay Shay because it just started to feel a little messy to me personally. So I never
It
watched.
Was all after Cat Williams, I feel like.
After that Cat Williams one, that's what I'm saying. It just became like
thing was funny though, but
yeah, but it's just like, you know, it's just like just people pulling stuff only for the controversy, only to get a rise out of folks. And to me, that was the same kind of energy from like the Wendy Williams show. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm not saying this is what happened, but the Wendy Williams show specialized in celebrity gossip. And then, of course, she went through her thing. And, you know, Shannon Sharp now kind of became that space, if you will, for black celebrity.
You know what, though?
Like, it was just...
But and there's some people like, you got some messed people out here that don't learn their lesson. It's going to take somebody whooping their tail. Like that gossip lady like Tasha K. Cardi B already sold you and you lost. You owe her $4 million for talking about it. You still trash talking. But then you got people like Larry Reed, who's in the church world. But I don't know if you saw recently, he's changing his platform. He told you, he said, if I ever said anything to offend you or a video I posted about you, I'll take it down. Email me. He said he's turning his platform from what it was, bashing people, to something different. He's actually telling people, he put it on social media, email me if I got any videos of you that you find offensive. I'll pull them down. I'm not going to have these conversations no more. We're not going to talk about that no more. So I don't know what's happened to him, that he had an epiphany, I guess, to change his ways. But a lot of stuff you read what you saw, man. You talk about people's families on here and their private business, and God keeps your mess hid and you want to expose theirs.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
It's just I don't like the spaces of the messiness. You know, I get it, talking, conversation, people talking about stuff, I get that. But like when you build your whole platform around creating mess, that's just like, or pushing it and building it on mess. Like, you can only build so much stuff on Boo Boo before it starts to sink. Like, I mean, Boo Boo is not solid soil to build your home on. It's not solid rock. Like, and so then when something happens, like, you know, I think about and I mean, no disrespect by this, but the whole Wendy Williams situation that she had, you know, she spent her whole career, 30 years or whatever, like talking about folks and talking gossip and putting people out there, and then wanted privacy when it was time for her situation. Like,
and remember what she did to Method Man back in the day. His wife had cancer. Nobody knew it. And Wendy Williams went on her radio show and told everybody, oh, Method Man's wife got cancer. He was hot. He was like, who are you to share my family business? And he said, my family, my kids didn't even know that. And now look what she's going through. She spent her whole life doing it. I'm in Larry Reed's Patreon, and he did. God led him to change his ways and to pivot. See? Well, thank God for that. Well, yeah, that too. Yeah, because them videos and them lawsuits coming after him from these young boys, it's a mess. I don't think that's Shannon Sharp's lane. I think he got hyped up after the Cat Williams thing, and you know. Yeah, they built it on mess. That's what I'm saying. They build these platforms on mess. That's why I be so careful on this side. I laugh at stuff. I talk about, I do
But I ain't finna get stuck there, and that ain't gonna be the building of any platform I got to do because I'm one step away from somebody exposing my nonsense. Like, why would I want? Like, I want somebody doing it to me, so why would I do it to somebody else?
Why would you just smell?
Yeah.
But on the side note, if y'all want to know about Tara Jones business, just put in the comments. I'll share something. No, I'm just playing. See, I'm messing it. And you would have somebody in the comments that'll say, "What happened?"
Like, tell me. Let's do this. We at the 8:30 hour. We got our girl Rhonda on the rocks. So y'all make sure y'all go and get y'all's. I don't got no coffee or no tea or nothing today. I'm straight wawa, straight agua on today. But y'all go get your water. I used to laugh at
that word.
What, agua?
I don't know why that was so funny when I was learning Spanish. I used to laugh when people say that. I would laugh so hard. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's racist, probably.
Just a little racist. Just a little.
It was a little bit racist.
Just got racist. y'all go get your. Y'all go get your agua, get your tea, get your coffee, get your Jesus juice, get your. Some of y'all, it's Friday. Somebody said they need some yak. Go get you some yak, and we gon' rock out with a certified yapper in just a couple minutes here, right after this music break. So y'all take this music break time and go get your coffee because we finna come back and clap some tea. So I keep saying clap tea, and I don't think that's right.
I don't know why they even do that.
What is the word?
Clock.
There we go. Clocking tea. I keep
saying
clapping tea.
Yeah, I saw a girl on Facebook doing that. What is that? Like a crab.
Yeah, the crab motion. We're going to do the crab motion on today. There we go. That's how I know it. That's what I know it to be. So there it is. All right, y'all. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, most God, high Jehovah. Let's do this. Let's play boom, boom. I got two songs, actually, I'm going to play. My cousin dropped a song. Well, he's dropping a song, and I liked it, and I told him I wanted to play it on today. Not my cousin Jonathan, his brother, Jeremiah. So I'm going to play that. The song is called WFM. Waiting for me. And then I'm gonna play Brandon P. Blessings. So y'all go get your stuff. We'll be right back with Miss Rhonda on the rocks. There it is. Yeah, make sure y'all share, like, and love. All right, y'all. See y'all in a minute. Look, everybody trying to tell me what to say. It's clocking tea. I get it, y'all. I get it. Okay.
How's life? How's it going? Yeah, it's going. Been hard times, but ain't trying to show it. Got work in the morning, then running around till it's time for dining. Might grab a drink if you wanna meet me to chop about a thing that ain't really a thing. Got too much going on, I'm all out of focus. Need to make up my mind in need of a sign. Just give me a sign. Wanna get it right, ain't trying to waste my time. If I change my mind, it's alright, it's okay. If I take some time to figure it out, it'll work out. No, there's more waiting out there for me, waiting for me. I'm walking through that door, embracing endless opportunity, waiting for me. I don't know what lies ahead, learning from things I can't seem to forget. Tomorrow is now, ain't throwing no towels, taking up burdens that keep weighing me down. Feeling the light, yeah, ready for flight. My glass I was turning, making minutes with earning. East and west, up and down in circles, regaining my focus in need of a sign. Just give me a sign. Get it right, love and living my life. I change my mind, it's alright, it's okay. If I take some time to figure it out, it'll work out. No, there's more waiting out there for me, waiting for me. I'm walking through that door, embracing endless opportunity, waiting for me. Blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each blessing I receive, it keeps bringing me joy. Yeah, okay. Blessing it coming in front of me. I'm in the front. I'm in the cup with the bag on me. How you feel? Like I got my piece in this heavenly? Yes. We not the same. Keeping the fake up under me. You know. Yeah. I gotta go. I'm in the lead. Yeah. No checking the scope. Plain to see. Reap what you sow. You cannot face me. I gotta say this life is amazing. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time to say my life. Come in with that talk. Please don't kill my vibe. Shorty got that walk. She know what I like. Yeah. With the gang and it's some side, yeah. Okay, I'm in the still, I got the truth. Look at the pedigree. Okay, I never lose when I'm on the move. I'm leaning on the G. Okay, dipped in the water, only the Father coming in clutch for me. Coming in clutch, coming in clutch, coming in. Yeah. Blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each blessing I receive. Yeah, you problems I avoid. Why would I give up my core? Belief in you gon' change my world. Make me feel like I'm the world. You gon' maybe I'm not sure. Just make me your little vessel. I won't wrestle with you, Lord. I got all these blessings, man. I'm gon' need a new umbrella. We don't do that stressing, baby. Faith gon' work in any weather. Once I gave him all of me, I just hit the Hall of Fame. We take Jesus over shame. Got no limits, but he not damn. They say no, I'm still the same. Yeah, I got a lot to prove. Fill my life with room. Here I got that tune. Yes, I couldn't help it, my confession. Tell him I'm about to bloom. He wrote me up from the womb. Blessings coming soon. Blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each new blessing I receive.
All right, y'all. When y'all hear that sound, you know what time it is. It's time for our girl, our sister, our friend, our resident certified yapper, the one and only Ms. Rhonda on the Rocks. Rhonda on the Rocks.
Hey, good morning.
What's up, girl? Good morning. Good morning.
Woo.
What's up? I know that's it.
I sound like a grown man this morning. I'm not sure why. It's a bit deeper than normal.
He's like, how you doing, Rhonda? How you doing today? You doing all right?
Yeah, what's up? It's Rhonda on the Rock.
What's up, little niggas? It's Rhonda on the Rock.
Relationship week if I sound like this, but I've also been sick all week. So.
This is true. That is true. How are you feeling, by the way? Like, I know you've been sick.
Better. Significantly better. I just don't want it to sound like Eric Rideout.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
There's that.
We all talking like this morning. This how we all doing today.
At least you don't sound like James Cleveland. That's all.
Right.
I got a clip for y'all this morning. I want to play. There was a blind man on the roadside.
Now he was on the roadside.
On the roadside, and he
Ooh, not the
and
list.
said, Jesus.
Roadside is crazy work.
Man.
Good morning, Tiffany Phillips, by the way. Our girl.
Yeah, shout out to Tiff, our girl.
Shout out to
Tiff, I can
Tiff.
talk to you in a minute. Tiff, hit me up, Tiff. Well, not right now because we on live, but yeah, shout out. Hey, hit me up, Tiff, a little later on. Definitely. Hey, look at Tyra Jones already told us. She said, clock that T. We're gonna clock that T today. But before we get to the T clocking, let's talk about this real quick because I always got to talk about it, at least for the remainder of the month. The Rhonda on the Run challenge, which you have really challenged us to really get our health and our fitness together with the Rhonda on the Run challenge. So how's that been going for you, Rhonda on the Run?
It's been going. Like I said, my focus this week has been hydrating like crazy, trying to drink way more water. A couple of days I hit a gallon. Some days I did not because it just requires you to use the bathroom so much. What goes in has to come out, and it's just annoying to have to keep going to the bathroom so much.
My God,
but that's been my focus this week, partially because I've been like super sick. The allergy sinus thing has been crazy. Tuesday, shout out to my mom too. She told me to tell you she watches the show every single day. She doesn't comment because that's not her thing. So shout out to my mom, Pastor Cynthia Cohen. But she was under attack. She was under attack this week from allergies and sinuses too. Like it was so bad. So bad. Like my mom, she gets it so bad, she'll take like 2 Benadryls. That's how
my God.
Yeah. And
half a Benadryl knocks me out for 8 hours.
Man,
like
my mom be like, boop, boop.
Yo, that'd be my mama. She'd be like, be pulling medicines out of her purse and stuff. I'd be like, why you got so much medicine in your purse? Like anything you need this right here. Take this Benadryl. I'm not taking that. I'm gonna be out till tomorrow night. Like just like yeah.
I think that's just a woman in general. Like I have in my purse right now, I have Pepto-Bismol because you just never know. I have Zyrtec because you just never know.
Oh my God.
I have some ibuprofen in here too as well. Because you just never know. I think that's just a woman thing. Like we just like to be prepared. So don't let it alarm you.
I guess. Honest to God, I be trying my best not to take medicine. Like I said, it's because it's because because I look like I'm looking all into space. I'm just I'm looking at that screen. I try my best not to take meds because, like I said, it knocks me out so bad. So then I'm groggy. I can't get nothing done. I can't stay awake. So I just try to like muster through it. And usually I do all right. But then you go through in the spring and the fall, especially in the springtime, because this is the first time we're seeing pollen for the last few months. So the allergies get so bad, then it starts this sinus drainage. Right now, I'm throat draining and stuff. Every time I laugh, I sound like I've been smoking for 45 years, 10 packs a day. Because just all the sinus drainage just built up and everything. And it gets so bad to the point where, you start getting dizzy and headaches and then the body can't move. The other day, I was out of there, man. Yeah. But I finally started to buckle up and take some medicine. It finally got to that point. It was like I can't fight it naturally no more. I got to insert some chemicals. I'm
not a big medicine person. When it comes to these allergies, I got to have my Zyrtec, or I'm not going to be able to function. I need Zyrtec every single day to get it going.
Yeah,
so I got a pharmacy in my purse too. I have 40 things I did. I know, girl, I'm 37 and I'm like, wait a minute. Pepto-Bismol on deck, Tums on deck, because you just never know.
Yeah.
Your stomach will embarrass you. Okay.
That's what men love about women, though, I guess. Y'all be having that kind of stuff taken care of, because I'm telling you right now, you will not find me with any of those things. I'll be in the middle of an asthma attack. It's like, where your inhaler at? At home on the shelf? I forgot to bring it. I don't think about none of that stuff, But so there you have it. So the Rhonda on the Run challenge, we've been struggling a little bit, but we've been doing good even in the struggle. Like I've been watching my rest, you were watching your water intake. There's always something to do, I think is the point that's there.
Always.
Even when you're down, there's still ways to be healthy. Like you can hydrate better, you can take a run, you can take a walk, all of that kind of stuff. But you also have another raffle that's coming up as well next week, right?
Yeah, on Wednesday. Wednesday the 30th, the last day of the month. On Wednesday, I'm raffling off another gift card. So if you have been doing the Rhonda on the Run challenge and you just haven't been able to tag me for whatever reason, that's fine. Just reach out to me via Instagram, or you can reach out to Zeke. He'll let me know. Sure. And I will enter your name into the raffle, and we'll see who wins. Okay.
That is so cool. That's so awesome that you doing that. That's so awesome. It's a good challenge to us as a community. I believe. I think I really do. I think it's a good challenge to us as a community. Or as I've already put it out there earlier, it's a swift kick in the balls to all of us, like because we all been unhealthy. So there it is. So there's the people. They love you. They love you. There it is. All right, Rhonda, you sent us over a couple of clips, and I got the one that you sent the other day. The two that you sent out, it was two of them.
Okay.
The ones from the other day with the lady. Now this
okay.
I don't know how to feel. I was just be honest. I don't know how to feel about this one.
I want the people in the comments to comment. Now is y'all time to shine. I told Zeke when I sent this to him that I needed all hands on deck. And I need all hands on deck. And not just to agree, but to challenge my perspective. I don't have a problem with being challenged. This is a couple that has been married for over 30 years. I've never been married. So I definitely have a different perspective than someone who is married or has been married. I want to preface that. So people in the comments, lock stars, now's y'all time to shine, okay? All right. Hit it.
I lose you, I'm bringing you right back. And
okay.
Oh, I didn't lose y'all. Just
I'm still here.
What the F, man? All right, there
we go.
There it is. And you still here. See, sometimes streaming does okay. We didn't. So all right. So this, like you said, the couple. So you said they've been married for 30 years. Is that that's the
over 30 years? Yeah.
The pretext here. Oh my God. Okay, I didn't realize that bit of pretext. Or maybe they did say it in there. I don't know. Whatever the case was, I know. I'm just playing the video and I'm gonna let y'all decide what y'all think about this. Here it is. Here it is right here.
Whole heart shift from that moment. I got in my word, under my word. I just completely changed as a person. And I realized that God loves me, that God has a purpose and plan for my life, that God chose me, that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah. So he would call me out my name. It wouldn't bother me because I allowed God's voice to be louder than his. And when I was going through transition of him not coming home on the weekends, not being there, telling me I hate you, I'll never love you, I wish I never married you. Right. I knew that life and death is in the power of the tongue through the word of God. So I would say, you will love me one day. We will have a good marriage one day. And although he would go out for weekends, I would literally help him get ready to go meet his side chick by ironing his clothes and getting him ready for the night. And these are all things I was graced to do. I would not encourage anybody to do that unless you are graced by God to do this. But once I knew who I was, I realized,
she's a great wife. No, I got. Go ahead and do the next one.
Let me do this then, even before we do that, because there's a second clip that comes to that as well, right? And it's the same couple, right, Rhonda? So it's another piece. Let me load that one up so we'll have at least a little more context, if you will, to go with, and then we'll dive into what that is. If I can find, there it is. All right, there we are. Yeah. So y'all see that right there? She's ironing the clothes for her husband, for his sidekick,
his weekend rendezvous.
Yeah.
Weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going natural or scripturally based for this comment?
Listen, we're gonna go as the Lord leads us.
Okay.
Yeah. We go. Now, for whatever reason, there it is right there. Okay. It showed up in a different place. That's weird. All right. Here's the other clip. Here it is.
stuff that y'all are saying is going to trigger a lot of women. They're going to look at it like, see, that's that struggle love they talking about. I don't want it.
Right.
I don't want this struggle love. I don't want to have to deal with a man that has to go through all that and me lower my standard, lower my value, lower everything that I know that I am as a woman to work through the cultivation of a man, for a man to be in this broken state, disrespectful, calling me out my name, parading women in front of me, and then I'm going to pray for his deliverance and pray, no, God, I need the reformed man. Bring me the man that after he's been set free and delivered. I don't want that process.
They want that finished product.
So my question to you, because only you can say that, what would you, because I don't even want to say advice, how can you reframe or state, because this is your story, this is your journey.
My story.
It's your story.
Right.
Sure.
What would you say to the women that may be looking at this and saying, see, that's that nonsense they talking about?
Well, I would say that's why you're single still. Because I'm sure somebody had been in your life already.
You don't pick the fight.
And you didn't want to give the investment for that person to become somebody, and then you lost them probably a long time ago. And you should have just worked with them from the beginning and just worked out the kinks and worked it out, because a man can always build. Money can always be made, and that's what we do. We build a life together. And I'm so thankful that that's what we've done. And that's why I think I value and love you so much, because we've built our life. And so they miss that building process because they're waiting they want to come into it already done. Now, I get it. Eve was put on the earth with everything done. I get it. That's why women want things to be set and done, because Eve showed up and everything was named and it was just there.
Wow.
But at the same time, God can give women a resilience, because we're a helpmeet for a reason. And we're supposed to help meet the need and help complete the man. I know it's going to cause a fight with that too, but I'm very into that, because I'm living it. I'm a living example of it works. When you line up your life and get behind your man that is following God, that's submitted to God, and you say, Lord, what can I do to make him better? Your life overall becomes better.
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
No, ma'am.
I got plenty to say.
No, ma'am. What my auntie Regina say? Zeke, put it on the screen.
You said, "Oh hell to the no."
All right, here we go. So we ready to talk about it?
Hey.
I'm ready. I've rehearsed.
Ready.
I've practiced not cursing. All of that. So I'm ready.
Let me tell you. So now I'll be honest. I agree with her on the point of you have to be graced for that. Because biblically, there are people who are graced for that, and God had them go through that. Hosea was one. God told him, go marry a prostitute. And she kept leaving. And God kept saying, go back and get her. That's your wife. Go get her. He was like, man, this chick for the streets. He's like, yeah, go get her. That's yours. And God gave a comparison of, I'm married to you that same way. That's your wife. Go get her, until she changed. Now, that was for Hosea. Me,
Hosea, go ahead.
All right, that was for him. That was for him. That was a God-given command to marry this prostitute, right?
Sure.
Now, as far as Eric goes, if you go outside and do something, you can stay outside. I'm not with that. Now, her level of faith and maybe her dedication to the scripture, because there are women who may not help get him ready for the side chick, but there are women in marriages who stay that are physically abused, emotionally abused, and they stay with their husband either for the sake of the children or because they love this guy. So I think it depends on the person and where their level of faith is. Do I agree with that per se? No, I don't. But for her, it worked. And there are women, that have done that. And I know one person who went through that same situation, and her husband made a 2 million degree change. And he's an entirely different guy. And she said she stuck with it. She said, God told her, you made a vow and it's a covenant, stick with it. Because the Bible says, she says you only can cheat if the person, and see, this woman had biblical reason to leave because he cheated on her. She could have left, but she chose to stay. Now that's, my mother said it's a no for her. I think it's a no. And I'm not a woman, but there are women who stay in relationships like that. We may have some of these comments that have stayed. That's just me, though. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I know somebody before they attack Rhonda say, well, she ain't never been married. She can't comment on it. she can't comment on it because the lady made the statement.
Looking for a husband, you don't want a husband that's doing that.
Yeah, you don't want. Yeah,
absolutely. And actually comment on it. Yeah,
not that somebody. And it goes back to what that
I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
That's why y'all single now. Not necessarily true. Some people.
Yeah, that part there was very triggering. Like,
all right, I'm done.
I don't believe that a woman has to struggle to have a good relationship. I don't believe that love should come from a place of like struggling. Oh, well, we crawled and we went through the mud and now we're here. Like, why does it always have to be like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are there going to be challenges? Sure. But like, I don't feel like every love story has to come from out the mud. I just don't believe that.
Yeah.
And then her saying like, you know, she helped him get ready for his weekends with his side chick. There's not a man on this planet that's going to help a woman zip up the back of her dress to go be with another nigga. It's just not. It's just not. I don't care. Like this whole, like, I was graced to do it. Maybe. And I'm a believer, but like, I just don't know. I just don't know. I have a hard time believing that. What I do believe is that she loved him. They already had kids together. And if you listen to the rest of the episode, it's on the Dear Future Wifey podcast. If you listen to the full episode, you'll hear him say things like, I wasn't like attracted to her. Like I didn't want her, but I know that she was my purpose, right? I'm supposed to be with her. And then Terrace asked her like, oh, did you like him from the beginning? She was like, oh yes, I've always loved my husband. I've always thought he was great. So he didn't even like you from the beginning. Like, and he talked about how he was hanging out with other women. He was doing his thing and he would just come back to her because he liked talking to her and liked having conversations with her. What? I'm sorry. Even if that was my story, me and my husband just could not get on TV and tell that story. Not that part of it. We can talk about some other. You're not going to tell the world that you never even liked me. What? Yeah. Like, I feel like some things just don't have to be said across a public platform. Like, maybe talk about the infidelity, but like you literally got on TV and was like, yeah, I liked girls that were, he said he liked Latina girls that had heavy chests. And, you know, she didn't look nothing like that. He liked girls that were like around 125 pounds. Mm-hmm. So it's stuff like that where I'm just like, somebody in the comments said it's giving pick me energy. I agree. I definitely think it's like, look what I did. I stayed and now they, you know, they've been together for over 30 years and all of that stuff. But I don't agree with, we have to do all of this struggling and like, we have to go through all of these 100,000 things and now we're in love and it's okay now. I just don't.
I mean, I get that too. I'm just saying, I think some people, everybody's path is different. And I think she chose a weird way.
Yeah.
But
I also don't think, you know, don't say that. I'm going to say this and it is what it is. Stop bringing God into it. You made a choice. You made a choice to stay and help a man that you wanted to be with because you wanted to be with him that bad. Help him get ready to be with his side chick. When he said things like, I mean, like verbally abused you. You said it. She said it. He called her ugly. He said he didn't want to be with her. He hated her. He married her. Like, what?
Yeah.
Regret marrying you. I hate you.
But I got to give a flip side to that. And I agree with you. But again, it's her interpretation of scripture. That's it. Until death do us part.
She didn't quote any scriptures.
No, but that's what she's
I didn't hear a single scripture. I would like to know what scripture aligns with that.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying one aligns with it, but I started off with one. Somebody that married a street chick.
I was like, that was God's word to Hosea. That wasn't God's word.
Yeah, that was God's word.
That's not God's word to his church.
Not for everybody.
Yeah.
She chose to stay in that. Now, do I agree with it? No, I agree with everything that's being said. I think, but for her, as you notice, she kept saying, I just kept praying and I kept doing this and I kept doing this. Okay. At a point, it becomes a place of you're being made a fool of, and she was. Now it ended up working out. They had the fairy tale ending. I just would never have done that because you go outside, you can stay outside.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
I agree with Rhonda on that.
Like, I also feel like
That's true too.
Her husband was incredibly selfish, right? No matter how he treated her, he knew that she wasn't going anywhere. He felt comfortable enough to leave his home where his 3 children reside. And he said that one of the reasons why he didn't leave is because he never wanted another man to raise his children. It had nothing to do with her. Wow. Nothing to do with how much she loved him, how much she cared for him, how many clothes she ironed, how many meals she made. It had nothing to do with any of that. He stayed because of his children. And she just so happened to be the mother of his children. So I guess she came along with the package. That's the way that I interpret it.
The package. Yeah.
Like, if you're going to be my husband, you're my husband. You're not their husband. You their daddy. Yeah. You're my husband. So you need to be here for me. That's how that goes. So it's just another weird example of people using the name of God to like to solidify their foolishness. Like, I would have her said, like, I know that I was a fool. Like, I know. And it ended up working out. But I know that during that time, I was not using my right mind. Because you couldn't have been. You couldn't have been.
But flip side, what if she don't agree with that? What if that's her spiritual conviction to stay?
I don't think it's a spiritual conviction. I don't think it has anything to do
it
with
can be.
Spiritual.
This is why I say that. Some people take that. I personally know people who take that till death do us part, literally. They wife be doing all kind of wild stuff. I got a guy like he's like, Bible says it's covenant, bro. I'm staying. I'm gonna pray her through it. I wouldn't have stayed, but some people have that level of conviction of that covenant. That word covenant means you here literally till you die. I don't agree with some of the stuff people do, but I'm saying there are people. I personally know 2 guys and a female that's. I know he cheated on his wife. She's seen him out. She said, you know what? God says to be faithful, and he'll make me the ruler over many, and he's going to save them. I believe that. Okay, I get that. And in some cases it happens, but it's been 30 years. Mm-hmm. This man has been cheating on you faithfully for 15 years, and you're still here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I believe my ex-boyfriend and all of his foolishness, I believe that he's going to be a mighty man of God someday. And that is my prayer for him, genuinely. I'm not even being funny. My genuine prayer is that he is a mighty man of God the hell away from me. He can't be a mighty man of God over here. That with me. He could be a mighty man of God for somebody else. I pray that he has a beautiful wife that will support him in everything that he does. But it is not for Rhonda. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So he can still be a mighty man of God. That man is a pastor now, all of that great stuff. That did not mean that he had to do it with me.
True.
God can still use people. Your prayers can still be answered, but it doesn't have to be in the situation that you're in right now.
Yeah.
It just does not have to be.
I agree with that.
And for me, it's not going to be. Was I cheated on? Yes. And I thought the same thing, similar, like, oh, you know, he'll always choose me. Foolish. Like, why put up with that because you want to be but during that time I had a lot of stuff going on. I was in a place in my life where I had a certain mindset. I had things going on that were not aligned with God at all. So I can understand the sentiment, but I do not agree with saying like this is God's will. I just do not agree with that. And I get what you're saying about people having their own spiritual convictions and all of that stuff. I highly disagree with the statement of, well, that's why, you know, you're still single.
Yeah, that was
no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I disagree.
Nobody's going to tell a man that. Nobody's going to tell a man, well, stick with her in the struggle. You know, she's still out there prostituting. Stick with her. And then when you get down there and get her, and then y'all going to be all right. Nobody's going to tell a man that. But they tell women, no, just stick beside her. You got to help a man build. You know, you got to carry. You got to do.
Or they do say a man is going to be a man. They do say that. I've heard
exactly. A man. Oh, a man. You know, a man going to be a man. You know, men are visual. They got eyes. They going to look. What? Like, men get so many excuses and so many passes, and women are told that we got to help build the man up.
I think it's been like that for years.
You got to do all of this. And men are not being told the same thing. It's been
like that for years, if you think about it. Because back in the day, granddaddies would come home with the side baby and the grandma would raise it.
Exactly.
You know, it was weird that they could come home. You can't do that now. But back then,
you and your baby going to be outside. See y'all.
Baby stay outside though.
Right, Mama JP.
I know for me, I'm struggling with how vulnerable to be, right? How vulnerable to be in this, even just for the sake of time. And just
I
for
forgot.
the
I'm
sake
just
of
talking.
no, you good. No, yeah,
Gotta
I'm good.
bring Rich on with us.
Because this will be good. And we're gonna do a music break in a second here because I want to keep picking up on this topic. Rhonda, you sticking with us for the show? You bet. Because I want to stay here for a second. I want to stick here for a second because
Jonathan Jordan. He said, "Bring him on." Who's Jonathan Jordan?
look, we done triggered now. Like, okay, so because for me, no, because I wasn't married yet though either. So it's hard to say.
I mean,
I was gonna say I went through a thing. Yeah, like I went through a thing trying to figure out who I wanted to be with, all this other stuff like that. But there was more nuance to it, I guess. And also I wasn't married yet. But when I made a decision, and that decision was that. Granted, I'm only 5 months into that decision now, but you know what I mean. But made that decision, and stuck that out. But the other side of it is, I'll park it right here. Let me do this, and then we'll come back. We'll do a music break, and we'll come back. We'll come back with Pastor, as Rhonda has so eloquently called him, Rich Holmes. But that I hear the argument of like the story of Hosea of marrying the prophet. Yes, this is true. But I think that was to him because then you get to Matthew, and there's an exception for divorce that Jesus himself gives. Sexual immorality. If somebody cheats on you, you have from Jesus' mouth, according to the Bible that we read, an excuse to get divorced. And so again, like I said, I got mixed feelings there because to her, if she chose to stay, hey, she won in the end at the end of the day. So go for it. You got the man you wanted. He's all locked in. And if you got the grace, I love that she used that word, fine. If you got the grace to handle that, that's cool. But at the same time, I do at least appreciate that she said, I ain't telling nobody else to do this. I do at least appreciate that she said that because the flip side of that is, like y'all were just saying a minute ago, women have been, honest to God, given this whole mentality, that they have to just, the help meet mentality. I don't want to go too deep here, but help meet doesn't mean what we've been taught it means. Like you just, a man is there and you just there basically just to do his bidding. That's not ever been what the understanding in any Jewish context of what a helpmeet is. That word is probably a misnomer and a bad translation at the end of the day. Like at the end of the day, man and female were both created in the image of God. If you want to know what the image of God looks like, according to ancient Hebrew thought, look at the book of Genesis, you need male and female, which means females weren't just put here to rub your feet and I was going to say something bad. They weren't just put here to rub your feet and lick your balls. They weren't just put here
and
to
iron
cook your meals and raise your kids.
Woman.
Yeah. And then, like, if you decide you want to be elsewhere, that's not what a woman was put here for. And yet we've perpetuated that even in church houses over the years to make women feel like that's what they were supposed to do. But like you just said, Rhonda, the moment the pastor's wife runs out on him, brother pastor ain't sticking around. No, you done put my name out there wrong. And but that same pastor would preach that, well, if I do something wrong, I'm the man of God. And I'm using pastors as an example, and that's probably, probably not the good thing, but as pastors, we always using the people as examples. So I'm gonna use us as examples. Like, so you know what I mean? Like people, we've done that to folks, and now they come back with these mentalities right here. That's what they get left with. And so let's park right here for a quick second. Let's come right back. Everybody take a woosah. Go get you. Rhonda, I'm gonna pour me some yak. That clip. Eric had to throw the glasses on for that one. This
is a good conversation.
This is a great convo because I think there are many people who, as the comments are clearly showing, have already been on this exact there's many people who have already been on this exact road and had to make some choices for their lives. And so we'll maybe dive into some of the comments that people left and maybe respond to some of that when we get back with Pastor Rich Holmes. Rhonda always brings the heat. Let's do this. Let's
sorry guys.
Let's do I'm gonna play 3 of them right here because it's short. I'm gonna play 3 songs. I'm gonna play our boy Merv Hammond with BOK. I'm gonna play JC with Burning Bridges because he clearly burnt some bridges, but she rebuilt them. So praise God. But JC's song ain't talking about that. And then Tara Jones, I Am Who I Am.
Yeah,
we'll play those three.
Tara Jones.
Yeah, we'll play those three. So there you have it. Merv would Be Okay, followed by JC Burning Bridges and Tara Jones, I Am Who I Am. Woo! Rhonda on the rocks. You done messed the city up with this one, girl. You done messed the city up? My God.
You're a child of the King, and His love is supreme. Said He knows your days and He knows your nights. You were more than just a spy. It cannot be described how you feel with pride when you choose to walk at His side and under His care you want to reside. I know. Sometimes this life will go after your smile. Try to pull that away from you, oh. But don't allow the pressure to make you forget who you are. Beloved, be encouraged. Beloved, we got a promise from heaven, so we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. Be encouraged.
I'm standing on your promises, you haven't failed me yet. You're not a man that you should lie, so I never fret. I'm so encouraged, you gave me courage, you comfort me. With the still small voice, you said you never leave. From that moment on, I knew everything was okay. Cause you conquered everything, even death in the grave. Now who am I that you should love me and have in my praise? When it comes to your ways, Lord, I'm so amazed. You remain the same, yet daily you're brand new. When I think about it, nothing compares to you. Now gold, diamonds, and pearls, Lord, I adore you. The Prince of Peace, remove the thief from this temple. You're the Lord and King of Kings upon the throne. I give you glory, and glory is God and God alone. Your love is unconditional, I gotta let the world know. Nothing can separate us, no matter where I go.
Beloved, we got a promise from heaven, so we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. Be encouraged, beloved, we got a promise from heaven, so we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. But there are times when I forget this and I give in to pressure and I make mistakes. Tell me, what should I do? Sometimes it's a relapse. If you relapse, gotta retrack. If you retrack, it'll lead back to the King that'll bring peace back. With your peace back, you can think right. When you think right, you can see light. With the right sight, then your life's tight. Your Christ walk will be alright. Be encouraged, beloved. We got a promise from heaven, so we're alright. We're okay. We're alright. We're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright. We're okay. We're alright. We'll be okay. Be encouraged, beloved. We got a promise from heaven, so I'm alright. We're okay. We're alright. We're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright. We're okay. We're alright. We'll be okay. Be encouraged, beloved. We got a promise from heaven, so we're alright. We're okay. We're alright. That can keep me from there is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright. We're okay. We're alright. We'll be okay. Yes, we will. We said, oh yes, we will. Don't make me cry and wonder why I'm in
You make me wonder why I even lost you. You had me shedding tears like a faucet. I'm scared to fall in love cause it costs you. You can feel the pain going through my pulse. You got me out here changing and out. You taking up a space in my heart. Sometimes thinking about the past give me nausea. Sometimes thinking about the past also. Lately I'm approaching the future with some caution. Really had me believing I was yours. Breaking my heart in pieces, broke yours. Are you sure that's what you wanna do? You can only pick one side. I guess you done chose. Made you number one, you didn't cross me too. One time is enough for me to cut you loose. Try to take your word, I ain't need no proof. But now that bridge is burned, I'd rather live and learn than live without the truth. Really had me believing I was yours. Breaking my heart in pieces, broke yours. Really had me believing I was yours. Breaking my heart in pieces, broke yours. Are you sure that's what you wanna do? You can only pick one side. I guess you done chose.
Ain't no need for your approval. Nah, 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 nah. Yes, I am made by the ruler. Yeah, 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 yeah. No need for your approval, cause I'm made by him. Designed to his plan, I am who I am. Reaping up the harvest that he promised me. Talk all you want, but you gon' have to walk from me. All my life, but I am blessed and he forgave me when he died. Love my imperfections chosen by the womb. A vessel to be used and I won't stop until it's through. Yes, I am a believer. Ooh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dressed to impress for no reason. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. No need for your approval, cause I'm made by him. Plan, I am who I am. Reaping up the harvest that he promised me. Talk all you want, but you gon' have to walk for me. Oh yeah, I am who I am. I am who I am. Yes, yes. Oh yeah, I am who I am. I am who I am. Yes, yes. Oh yeah, I am who I am. I am who I am. Yes, yes. Oh yeah, I am who I am. I am who I am. Yes, yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look, your approval isn't needed. I get my kudos from Jesus. You were my neighbor before I was a fetus. With him on my side, no one can defeat it. Don't go to the DMV for my ID. I'm uniquely made, you can't copy. I'm weird, creative, and godly, and I get wild. Boy, you mind, G, what you saying is out of there. You should fall back like a rocket, yeah. I just assume that you underwear. You cannot hurt me, I'm more than a cocker, bro. I can't worry about what you say, cause you do not control my fate. You was my daddy who caught me when you threw shot me. Boy, saving grace forever change.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Dressed to impress for no reason. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh. No need for your approval, cause I'm made by him. Designed to his plan, I am who I am. Reaping up the harvest that he promised me. Talk all you want, but you gon' have to walk for me. Oh yeah, I am who I am. I am who I am. Yes, yes. Oh yeah, I am who I am.
And we is back. We is back with the hot topic that Rhonda on the Rocks. Nobody else can bring it the way she does. My goodness. Let's pause real quick. If you have not, please subscribe down to Zeke Locke. And if you're doing anything, hashtag Zeke Live. Zeke Live, because this conversation is very interesting. It's very good. And we're just having a little side chat on the backstage, talking about, just how people in the comments, and I know some of us have dealt with this situation that we're talking about. This woman packs her bag. She doesn't do it anymore. She got her man. In the end, I guess she won. But at the end of the day, she was packing her husband's bags so that he could spend the weekend with his side chick. Here's the question I'm gonna ask. But before I ask this question, I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna bring Pastor Rich Holmes to the stage. So, what if there was a certain circumstance where that seems like it's okay? Watch this. Watch where I'm going with this. Bill and Melinda Gates were married for years and years. They're divorced now. But part of their contract for their marriage was that Bill Gates got to go and spend a weekend a year or something like that with the woman that he loved more. And here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing, though. Here's the reason it's a crazy thing. Is because, well, he loved her, but he knew he could build better with Melinda. Now, kings have done this. Here's the thing. True. Kings and royalty, this is how they've always operated. Everybody want to be kings and queens. Here's the reality, though. Kings and queens, there was always a saying, I think, in ancient Europe, where it was like, I'm going to probably butcher the saying, but love is fool's folly or something like that. Or love is a peasant's folly or something. You basically married for building and stuff like that. So it was well understood that the king was going to have concubines and all that. He was going to have somebody that he loved, but you weren't going to have your children with them because they weren't of royal blood. They weren't of royal descent, all that kind of stuff. So what happens if it's somebody like a Bill Gates, who at the time was the richest man in the world, and is still one of the top richest men in the world, obviously. Like, who Melinda Gates was like, yeah, I'm about that money. Let me go over there, because she knew what she could build by being with Bill. And apparently she had her side man as well. Like, they had people they loved more. They loved each other, but they had people they loved more. But they knew they couldn't build with those people. So I'm going to love you, but I ain't going to build with you.
Question though. Was there a clause in that thing for them? Like, they had to be together a certain amount of time?
I don't know all the details. I just remember that came out like during the divorce or something.
I'm asking for the sake of, like, when Janet Jackson, for example, was with that rich guy, and the clause was in their prenuptial, if she gives him a son and they stay married, I think for 5 or whatever 7 years, she leaves a certain amount of money plus money for the child. And she stayed until that day. She had the baby, and the day after it became official, she was like, I'm out of here. She packed up. So I'm just wondering. But yeah, but you're right though, Zeke. Kings did have more than one, because marriage was not about love, it was about status.
Never about love, it was about status and keeping the kingdom together. It was a political. Now that is not the situation for most people.
Correct.
Like you niggas ain't running nobody's country right now.
Correct. That's what I'm
saying.
You
have people that's still doing that though. You have people that still marrying for situations.
It's
let's do this. Let's bring Pastor to the let's bring Pastor. Rhonda, hold your comment right there. Come right back with it. But I'm gonna bring Rich Holmes to the stage because we'll get lost.
That lady's telling people like, Rhonda, y'all gotta listen to her. Y'all want some husbands. She's telling y'all, listen to her.
Baby, I ain't never wanted nothing that bad.
Y'all do a favor. Give some love real quick, everybody, to the Pastor Rich Holmes. I done talked enough about kicking people in the balls and doing this stuff. Rich got to come get us in line. Here we go. Pastor Rich Holmes. Here we are.
What's up?
What's up, Doc?
Oh my God.
So, Rhonda done towed up the city, Doc. Rhonda has.
I would love to hear his take on this.
This has been hilarious. I've enjoyed every moment of this, guys. I'm enjoying the comments. Thank y'all for commenting. Oh my God, we all in this. This is a real conversation.
Yeah.
What's your take, Rich? What's your take on it?
I've seen it both ways, right? I don't think I'm with Rhonda on. You don't have to say this is why you're not married. I mean, I get that. I'm with that part. But again, like I always say, life is choice driven. I'm a big component on that. I think she made a choice. I think love is a choice. Like who you
absolutely
love. So I know a lot of times we go on emotions, and a lot of times that can be our leading factor. But in this whole relationship, and especially it's a choice. I think she made a choice. This is the man I want to be with, and by any means necessary, I'm gonna do. And she believed God to give her grace to handle it. Do I think if she would have left, she still would have been blessed and did well? I do. But you know,
I do.
It's just she made the choice, a quality decision. I'm gonna stick it out. This is what I believe God has told me. And for me, as a faith person, a person that does take God's word, and I see the results, and she's seeing benefits. Now, if it was still trash and still thing, you may not have heard from her. But if she's getting the benefits that she's looking for and that she desires, she believes she's supposed to have, who am I to judge or say anything else about it? But that's my take on it. I've seen it both ways.
Pretty much, that's her business. That's what you're saying.
I'm a white man marriage. I think that's that's their business, bro. What they do is what they do. I think there are some principles we can rely on and foundations on scripture, but I think every marriage is different. There's some things that people have taught me, and I did it in my marriage, and it was trash. Okay, and until I took ownership for how do I want God to have our marriage be? That's really, I put God in it versus just my thoughts of what I think marriage is. Her thoughts on what she think marriage is. Well, God, what is marriage? How is it supposed to be for us as a union? What does it look like? And so once I established that, we were able to kind of figure out how our marriage is going to be, how to build it, what works for us, what don't work for us. So I think that's really personal when it comes to marriage. I'm always kind of like, I ain't hands off. If people ask for advice, I give. But I'm not like, all right, the Bible says we got to do it this way, and this don't. Marriage is tough. Man. That's
one size does not fit all. In a marriage, one size doesn't fit all. Zeke and I can wear the same shirt, and I can put on that shirt. It's gonna look totally different on Zeke than it is on me, than it is on Rich.
Yeah,
it's individual choices, and that was her choice to stay. Her belief.
100%. I'm not saying that it wasn't her choice.
I got it.
We all agree. We all agree that was her choice.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is to say that this is let's say that was her choice, right?
Okay, right.
Saying like, God graced me to do this. Like, yeah, he probably gave you the grace and strength to get through it, sure. Because we always ask God for grace and strength when we're going through something. That doesn't mean that he gave you the grace specifically to deal with that type of foolishness. And then to say, like, well, that's why a lot of women are single, because they want a ready-made man. Girl. No, ma'am. It's not even about a ready-made man. There's always going to be some level of struggle and some level of help and assistance that you're going to have to give your partner.
Yeah.
Whether it starts day 1 or day 101, there's always going to be that part. But why do we have to? Well, let me get the one that's struggling the worst, and then once I build him up, and then he walk off and leave you, then what? Because that happens too. We don't want to talk about that.
Okay, and now you leave your ass for a white girl.
Exactly. We've done all of the work. We've done all of the investment. We've put them up. We've sacrificed everything for ourselves.
Yeah.
And then they go back to them old ways. Then what?
Yeah.
Then God got to give us the grace again. That's what's got to happen next. You got to give us the grace again to endure again and again. No, I just don't believe that. I just don't.
Yeah, I'm with that. I think it's why it's so important. I think marriage is one of the most important subjects to a person in life. Who you choose to live the rest of your life with, who you choose to partner to live this life with. It's a very important choice. You know what I mean? And so if we take the time and not be so moved by emotions or our time that's clicking or whatever, the clock is clicking, all that, and we really make it, and that's why I love women that are taking the time and are not settling for just mess.
Absolutely.
I respect y'all and respect the women that's doing that, but make sure you are hearing from God, because what if he is leading you to this is the person and they don't have everything that you're expecting, that you believe should be right, but God is saying he has all the traits that I believe you need. How do you handle that? I mean, that's why it's important to hear and have that relationship with him.
For sure. But I also think in those situations, God will give us peace, right? God is going to confirm that for me, right? I'm not just going to be struggling and not have peace in it. I'm going to know that there's something coming because my relationship with God tells me so, right?
Let
we
me
get
ask you this
ourselves in
though.
situations and we be struggling and struggling and struggling. And we begging God, please, God, just help me, give me peace, let me know. And He's like, I ain't never told you to be in that and to begin with.
That's it.
I never told you to do that.
Yes.
But we get so confused because we sometimes hear our wants and what we want more than we hear the voice of God.
But saying that, what if
go ahead.
But saying that, this is a question.
Mhm.
In saying that, you said we get caught up in what we want, right? Mm-hmm. But what if God wants something different than that you want? Then how do you deal with that? Say the guy, say you want what I'm saying is say you want a guy that's 6'2" or whatever. Say whatever your preference is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then God sends somebody 5'10", and there's another, and you feel in your spirit, this is the guy for me, but he's not physically or financially where what I desire as Rhonda, or I desire in a wife, or I desire in a man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you accept that? Would you be willing to say, I take that?
Absolutely, that's God's will. But what I'm saying is, I'm also going to have peace in that. God is going to have confirmed that for me. God is going to put me in a position where I'm like, okay, he's not 6'2", but okay, 5'10". All right. Like,
okay, now wait. Here's another thing though.
You don't even let me finish my thought, but go ahead.
It's gonna be tagged on to that. And does God give you peace in every situation? Because some situations we go through, God does not grant us peace at the beginning of the situation.
Not at the beginning, but He does give us peace. He gives me peace.
Okay.
I like that.
You give me peace.
Okay.
Peace.
All right.
Peace.
All right.
And I think too, you have to get to a place to where you are surrendering your will to God. When you surrender your will to God, your desires and things, they still exist, but God's will and what His plan for you is going to be more of your desire. It's going to become your desire, right? So,
okay,
that is the position that I aspire to be, because I ain't gonna say that I'm there yet. There are some things that of course I have preferences. Like I want to be attracted to the person that I date and marry 100%. I don't want to be like, I grew to love him.
Yeah.
He was.
It's important to be able to wake up next to him. I promise.
Yes. And why don't people talk about that? They just, you ain't got nobody. So what if he looked like that? No, ain't no so what. So what. No, I believe that God wants me to be happy. I believe that God wants me to have joy. And I know God knows I'm not going to treat that man right if I'm not attracted to him. So I know that God is going to give me someone that I'm attracted to. He may not be the finest man in the world, but he's going to be fine enough for me. You know?
Got it.
Okay. I'll take that.
Good
answer.
I'm with that too. Like I just
me and Renee
got out here.
Renee, follow me on social media so we can chit chat. I don't know what they're talking about on this platform. Just me and you.
Need some more female love on this one, because I'm with Rhonda on this one. I don't think that I don't think God out here just giving us struggles just all our life. Just I'm gonna find you the ugliest woman that you can marry, and I'm gonna somebody, and I'm gonna be careful to say ugly and not ugly, but some things are attractive to me that ain't attractive to Doc. Some things gonna be attractive to Doc that ain't attractive to Eric. Now I don't think God just out here just giving that so that we can just struggle every day. Wake up, I got to choose love every day. Like what's the 5 heartbeats? Every day I got to fight to prove my love. I just don't think that God out here doing that to people. I just don't think that's the case. Now, I mean, I will say that I will say I get it. If she wanted to stay, that's what she chose to do. And again, I will appreciate to the end of the earth that she told people, don't, and this is where my concern comes in, because what people do in their own lives at the end of the day, the hell with y'all do whatever y'all want to do. But at the end of the day, though, for me, it always becomes the concern of when that mentality peaks its way up to a pulpit or something like that. Yeah. And then gets spread out to the people. And then it becomes, that's what everybody in the church and other folks like that. So it's been people who have been held onto marriages that were abusive, marriages where the infidelity was just rampant, marriages where, he coming in with multiple other children. And this goes both ways too, where women coming in and got knocked up by somebody else and lied and said that. And people have been stuck in these marriages for years, driving themselves to an early grave, all kind of other issues, trying to hang on to somebody, not because they even in love anymore or because they even want to be there anymore because they've been so hurt, but because somebody done preached and told them that the will of God for their life is to not separate, even in the midst of because we say for better or for worse, some of us take that to mean, even if I'm putting a gun in your head and I'm kicking you down these stairs, and I done caused you to lose 3 or 4 kids because you've been that stressed out, and I done called you every ugly hoe in the book, and I done told you I hate you, you still stick with that man, you still stay with him. I don't care if he beat your face in, I don't care if he like, I've heard preachers saying stuff like this, and women have stuck it out, stuck around, and then when they try to get out and leave, and they trying to get to counseling and other stuff to help them get away from stuff, it's somebody else preaching in their ear telling them, you don't need that, you need to obey God, you need to worry about what the Bible says. The Bible ain't told you to keep yourself over there in that. Even Jesus himself said, when certain things are there, it's okay to leave that mug. Like, and so, again, I will appreciate that she didn't say, this is what y'all need to do. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Like, because again, I've seen too many people that have ruined their lives trying to stay.
One of the things that he said in the interview, the pastor Steele, he said that when they started their ministry, someone had come to him and said that they need like a divorce ministry, like a ministry for people who were divorced or were getting divorced, had been whatever. And he's like, no, we don't need that. People need to stay in their marriages because my wife did. That was originally his mentality. It eventually changed, but why are you gonna say that in the church? And I think who you had on yesterday was talking about the church. Yeah, the church is supposed to be a wealth of resource for people, not just preach the word of God and that's it. People get nothing else. There are people who have gone through divorce who need counsel, help, and support from the church. And in his mind back then, it has changed now. He was like, I don't believe that. My wife stayed. People need to stay in their marriages. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm glad that has changed. I'm glad that, they now have a divorce ministry or whatever. But at the time, he did not believe that there was a need for that. And that it's that kind of stuff, to your point, Zeke, that like spreads like cancer in churches and in ministry. And this is why people don't want to go to church. Honestly, this is why people don't want to come to know God, because we make it seem like he's this big old mean God and he's just going to make all this bad stuff happen to us unless we like deal with whatever he gives us. And I just don't believe that's not the God that I serve personally.
Yeah, you got to live through hell on earth so you can make it to heaven someday.
Correct.
We always pushing stuff off to someday. It's always someday. Someday the Lord gonna do it. Just hold on, God gonna do it. It's gonna, and you be 40 years waiting on God to do something that you can make a choice yourself. Like Rich said, life is choice driven. He done already gave you the freedom to make a choice. It's already there. You waiting on him to answer something he done answered 52 years ago, and you still sticking there trying to. I'm just waiting on something. You waiting in vain. Albert Einstein, I believe it was him who said that the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. It just ain't gonna happen. So again, people. Now I'm not gonna knock it. People change. People have that. But how many issues do you think that that someone has when they do that? Because I'll be a little vulnerable here. I've been a cheater. I've been the one that's cheated.
Zeke?
I'll be vulnerable. I'm Zeke Locke. That dog, these women was all over me. Come on, what? I'm Zeke Locke. Like,
You said I'm Zeke Locke.
ugly. Even with the ugly beard and everything, I still look good. Like these old ladies on some shoulder, the old ladies throw it at you.
Pop your collar,
Right? So, I've been a cheater and a liar and all the other stuff like that, and ran women. It's probably a string of women. First off, I don't know why my wife stayed with me and became my wife, like, because I did her dirty at times. It was again, but I made a choice at a certain point to say, hey, that's done. We locking in for real for life, and we had to have real conversations around that. Again, that was a choice that once we got married, it's all right. Anything else you was doing, time to put that down, nigga, because like you know what I'm saying. But my but I know there's a string of women right now that probably look at me every day on here and they're like, I hate that nigga. I can't stand this nigga. Like all this love that he giving and he doing all this. Oh my God, he welcome in the morning, and they going, that nigga like ghosted me. That nigga like left me. He did me and then left me around. Like I've been that guy.
Be vulnerable this morning. All right.
Y'all know if I'm nothing else, I'm vulnerable. So if ain't nobody else gonna be vulnerable about it, I'm gonna let y'all know. Because we most dudes have been there. Some of y'all ladies been there too. This
Come on.
As we trying to figure out and sort out what we want to do for our life and who we want to love for the rest of our life. Like Rich just said, it's an important conversation.
Right.
This is who you spend the rest of your life with. But to me, it was always this thing in my mind that once I make that decision, I've made that decision, and that's that. That's a practical decision. Like so now I'm not out looking for somebody else. I ain't out here trying to figure out if some other woman is going to be a better wife to me. If she would have been, then she would have been. She won't be because I got my wife. I made that choice. And so every day, like you said, Doc, it's an everyday decision. It's an everyday decision. It's if the women start getting too hot, I call my wife, be like, hey, babe, look, when I get home, you're gonna have to do some things when I get home because they done got me hot and bothered. But I'm not going to do I'm not stepping out on you. Like it's a decision. Right. It's a choice. And for some people, because I will throw this one caveat in there for because I don't know if he was a pastor or a preacher or what that whole story all the way is, but some people just got temptations that are going to be bigger, better, badder, and deeper than some other people. People who have a microphone and a platform that you best believe and I'm talking.
They got way more.
They are waiting on you. They are ready to. You could be the ugliest Negro on the planet, but if you got a platform. Ladies gonna throw that thing. They there to do it. They ain't even necessarily gonna stick around and stay. They'll play you like Shannon Sharp getting it right now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they'll do that. But you still got to make that choice. Like you made a decision to marry. You still got to make the choice then to stay true to that, even in the face of all of that. So if anybody else gonna put themselves out there in these comments, and anybody else had they ish, I'm gonna tell y'all, I had some ish. I got and still got to work through even the bad memories and the bad taste I left in other women's mouths with the way that I handled those situations or ghosted them or whatever the case may be. And think of the trauma that causes, the trust issues that some of them may even have for other stuff. But God, we weren't married either, though. Like by the time you married and somebody's telling you, I hate you, I wish we never got married. And that's a whole nother, that's just a whole nother level.
So Rhonda,
you got question. You better watch it.
Yes.
Rhonda, I have a question. So I'm laughing at something you sent me. So what do you say if your husband cheats on you? What happens?
I don't put that bullet in his ass. You thought I wasn't gonna say it on the mic. You thought I wasn't gonna say it.
Bro. You think she's one of the ones?
I just had to ask her because I laughed
in the morning.
The comments be the backstage chat be lit over here, y'all.
I'm not dealing with that no more. Been there, done that. Listen.
Cheater back in the day.
I'm still in my day. I'm not married, so it's still my day. Today's gonna be a good day.
You married now, right?
Me?
Yeah, you married, right? Now.
Oh my God! Oh shoot!
Ain't nobody told me nothing. Anyway,
I was married now. Yeah.
I want to ask you: has this changed for you from when you first got married, which was recently, still until now? I just want to hear your perspective.
Sure.
If your woman was to cheat, your wife to cheat on you, and you stay married to her.
Good question.
Depends on the context. So, and this is why I say I can understand both sides, and I think that's where we all kind of coming from to some degree. Like, if it was, for all I know, maybe if it was, let's see. In one context, maybe I wouldn't care as much, like because I can understand a mess up. I've been that guy. I done went around, ran around, did all that. Yeah. Now, I think it's a different thing when you fall in love with somebody. Like and like this is a whole nother thing. And what I understand is that from most women, and this is just I don't want to generalize this in any kind of way, because we all we all done got our stuff, we done went and got our thing, right? We done all did that, but most women, just from cultural reasons, seem like they are not laying down with a man until they got some kind of emotional attachment to him. Whereas for us dudes tend to just stick our thing in anything that opens his legs. So like I mean, like
men do that.
We may not tell our guys that we smashed that chick over there. We may not tell our guys, but she offered it. That nigga took it. Trust me. Like he'll tell his guys, I never do that. Yeah, all right. She called you at 2 a.m. I bet you get in your car and run over there real quick. Like, and that's how dudes be getting caught up and stuff like that. So, you know, to me, that would probably be the thing, just from that mentality. And that's not saying that that's what would have happened, but from that mentality, it would be like, what was the emotional connection that happened? And I think the first thing that I would be doing is like, where did I F up? Like, where did I F up? Right. Because if it's an emotional attachment, like if it was just something physical, you know, you just like, I just wasn't hitting it right or something like that. You just need to get your back blown, and I just wasn't doing a good enough job. Then hey, you go ahead and hey, we'll work through that. We'll talk through that. You know, we can come back. That's probably easy to come back from. But if there was an emotional connection, that might be a little difficult. And I'm speaking again because I've been there and I've done that before. The people have an emotional connection to somebody else, but you know, or even the two people at the same time, because that happens as well. Like, but how do you heal from that when somebody has had an emotional connection with somebody else? And you know, and again, I thank God for my wife every day. So,
Rich, what's your answer?
I asked the question was because I was the one that started. You know, get married, they cheat. I'm gone. We out of here. It's done. I'm going to the next one. This didn't work out. That's it. But I'm kind of more like leaning into what you're saying now. If that were to happen, I pray to God it don't, Jesus. But if it were to happen and she did step out, it's more, you're right, emotional. I need to figure out why this happened.
Yeah.
Right? Let me look into myself. What did I do? It's not so much a blame. You just for the streets. You one of them. It ain't one of them moments. It's a real conversation because this is a meaningful relationship. The most important relationship to me than anybody else. Even you, Zeke. Sorry. But yeah, it's real. And so
I challenge you to a duel. You will not take my best friend from me.
And so I think that's why I asked that question, because I heard what you said, Rhonda. If he cheat, I'm killing that nigga, and I was of that mindset. And I just wonder, you know, I would love to hear in about 5 or 10 years to have this same question and ask you, what do you think now?
Yeah, I was, of course, being funny. Like, I don't think that. I don't think now. Jamaica and I had this conversation when she was on episode 6 of Rhonda on the Rocks podcast season.
Great episode, by the way.
Fantastic episode. And she also put it in the comments that cheating is a non-negotiable for her. It is a deal breaker. She's outdone. Zip. Feel a little different. I do agree that it depends on the context. Like, what is happening here? Is this something that happened on a regular basis? Yes, Pastor Jordan, Minister. I'm sorry, Jordan, whoever you are, whoever your title
JR. That's JR. He was on yesterday. That's
JR. Yes.
That's JR.
What your wife say? I broke up with Zeke and he didn't even know it.
Yeah, that's actually good.
We were on the road.
That's real good. She was typing that while I was. No, because again, to the honest, you know, I'm just being a little bit vulnerable here. Like when me and my wife got married, and Ryan, I'm sorry, you was talking. You was mid conversation. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, like but no. What she was basically getting at here when I was saying that story, like me and her. Like, you know, we'll have to get on and tell our story together one day a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
I would love to hear.
So y'all can see that vulnerability that's there. But for me and her, we had been together for years and years, and we just weren't quite meshing towards marriage or whatever else, anything else like that. We tried it. I proposed once. We said we was getting married, and she wasn't ready, and so then it messed me up. And so I went and I started stepping out with all kind of other chicks. And boy, I tell you what, I got my thing together. You know, and then in the midst of that, fell in love with somebody else. And then me and her we were so linked though, me and my wife now, we were so linked though that we could never really just part from each other, even if we weren't fully together. We were just like so So by the time I came back around and I was like, look, I'm ready to get married. Like I ain't trying to be this guy who's all over the place. I got some other things that I want to do in my life. I got some other things I'm going forward with. I don't got time to be dating. I ain't got time to be looking for nobody. I ain't got time to be messing around. So either I'm gonna be married or I'm gonna be single. Like that's where we started with the conversation. And she was in that same place. So it started at a very baseline of I don't necessarily need to be with you. I would like to, but I'm choosing what God has for me. She was on that same conversation. Once we had that conversation, oh please, 2 months later we was married. Like 2 months, but for the year that was after years of like trying to be together, but not really together. Like she said, she broke up with me and I ain't know it. I broke up with her and she ain't know it because neither one of us really wanted to just walk away. It's tough. I saw what Bradford put in there, and he said, what if it was 30 years later after you built a whole history with somebody, you got kids and all this? Well, me and her had this history, but when things weren't looking like they was working, I went and did what I did where I was, and so it got to a point where we just had to work what worked for us, had a conversation that worked for us to get us to the step that we wanted to get to. But again, that's why I don't knock what anybody else has doing. What I do knock is when you say what I did is what you need to do, because what we did, for instance, like again, I was running around. Right. So what we did, I would not tell nobody else to do that. Leave my ass. Like, leave me. Because excuse my French, but leave me. Like, because I've proven and shown that I've moved on. And maybe I should have done the same. But, now, again, sometimes these things come back around and it's okay. But that starts with a real conversation. But you ain't going to see me out here telling folks, I know he cheated on you. It's okay, though. It's okay. You'll never see me telling somebody that. He cheated on you. Leave that Negro. Leave him right there. Call Rhonda on the Rocks. She got a fresh
Hey, wait a minute.
Got a fresh piece of lead for.
So as soon as they cheat, you going straight to leave they tail is over with? Get out of here.
Me?
No, I'm just saying, period.
No, if it's messing with you that bad, at the very least, like you need to be sitting there with somebody where you stressed all out and going depressed and going suicidal and all that. Like I've been on that side of it too. You don't need to be in there. Like you don't need to be in that situation. Like why would you risk unaliving yourself over the feelings of somebody else, the closest relationship that you have? Like at the very least, you can leave them and separate from them and let them figure it out. Do you want to be here or do you not? Like, it becomes that, like, make your choice. I made my choice. I want to be here. You made your choice. You either don't know if you want to be here or you don't want to be here. Go figure that out over there. If you want to come back, we can have a real conversation. Or if it's, you've hurt me so bad that I don't care if you want to come back or not, I'm not having it. Then that's the conversation. But up to that point, it's up to you. But I'll never advocate for just stay and just work it out. No. Well, do what makes sense to you. You got the freedom to do so.
Jamaica said Jamaica asked the question to you, Rich. She said, how meaningful is our relationship if you needed to cheat?
Yes, that's great. I hear your point. How meaningful was the relationship?
I don't think that means that the relationship has less meaning. I don't. I feel like people make mistakes. I feel like people do things that they should not do. Do I think that lowers the value or the meaning of your relationship? No, I do not. I personally don't believe that. What I do think is that we have to be like mindful of the weight that we put on a relationship, right? Or that we put on the person in the relationship, your partner, because people are human beings, right? And humans are humans and humans make mistakes. Have I always been 100% faithful in every relationship? Absolutely not. I'm running on the rocks.
No. I'm not using my name.
I have not. But that didn't mean.
Tell me who it was, Rhonda. I'm going to beat him up right now.
Now.
We still big brother in you after all these years.
Y'all got to call back. See, that's the problem. Y'all got to give me a little space. Let me do me. And if I need y'all, I'll call y'all. Okay? I need y'all. But I think that like we have to give people, allow people to be human. Now, the choice is ours whether we want to stay or not, right? If they cheat and you're like, you know what, this relationship isn't going to work for me because you made a mistake, you're perfectly within your right to do that.
Yeah.
Do I think cheating is a deal breaker? Not necessarily. I think it depends, like Zeke said, on the context. There's a lot of things that I want to know first. I don't listen very well all the time. Sometimes I think I know everything. So maybe you have said over and over and over again, Rhonda, when you do blah, 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 it makes me feel this way. And maybe I think that you shouldn't feel that way. So I just keep doing, you know what I'm saying? And then you're like, you know what? This person over here don't do that. And so it started as a conversation and then it led to other things. I've been there. I've been there. Like where it didn't start, nothing started sexual at all. It was just like, oh, you cool, you know. We work together, we spend more time together than I do with this person. Or when that person, my partner is not available to go do these things, or my partner is not into podcasting. I'm just using this hypothetically. He's not into podcasting. So he doesn't get on my lives. He doesn't support my stuff. But this person over here,
every day,
he's supporting everything. Okay. And then he in my inbox one day and he's like, oh, I want to be a guest on your show. Let's go to lunch. And then we go to lunch. You know what I'm saying? It never starts as like, oh, here we go. We just clapping cheeks. Like it don't start like that.
Yeah.
It starts as, oh, wow, this person piqued my interest in some way. But that's when the self-control, like Zeke said, comes in, where it's like, okay, let me establish some boundaries here because I think I might like this nigga, but I'm with somebody. So I need to either get rid of him and be with him, or I need to establish some boundaries where I'm like, no, we can't go to lunch. We can, but I'm going to bring my boyfriend with me if it's okay. If not, then we got to figure something. We do it virtually while I'm at home and he in the next room.
Oh, wait a minute. Something that we didn't actually address. I know we got to go. It's 10 o'clock. But the question that was asked, if you find out your spouse cheated and say they come to you and say, hey, I stepped out 10 years ago. Do you, wow.
10 years
was
ago?
Was that a gun you blowing?
Nope.
She just, yeah.
It was 10 years ago.
You gonna forgive
10
him
years ago, I'm past it. Like if you,
okay.
Like I feel honored that you felt the need to come and tell me, and I'm gonna process it. But if it was 10 years ago, especially if you've been faithful all this time.
Why do I need to say anything at all?
Oh man, 10 years ago, I gotta have a conversation. I gotta figure out what was going on 10 years ago. What was I doing 10 years ago?
Yeah, because that might show, to Rhonda's point, that might show some improvement that happened. Like, okay, maybe I wasn't the best husband 10 years ago, and that's why you stepped out on me. But now you haven't felt the need to step out on me in 10 years. What have I done right over this last decade that made you fall back in love with me when you were running with somebody, maybe cheating?
But does it affect your trust in that person?
Because like what Rhonda said, like if somebody is not vibing with you the right way, like it's really easy to fall for somebody else who's vibing with you. Like,
it shares those common interests.
Especially when it didn't start romantically, like when it didn't start that way, when it just started on a friendship level and an interest level. Because think about it, people look for people that's in their circle, that run and do the same things they do. So it's easy, like, to fall in love with somebody who is in your circle because y'all have the
similar
same
interests.
Y'all have y'all do similar things, y'all like similar stuff, and that's the basis of relationship. So when you start with somebody who you did not start off that way with, and they pique that interest like organically, that's a dangerous situation because that's somebody you done really fell in love with. Like you done really fell for this person. So now you got to, like Rhonda said, you got to have some boundaries about this, or you need to make some real decisions. I'm going to explore this. Now, if you married, this is a whole different thing. If you married, the context of this is because I've been down this road before marriage, but now there's marriage. And the context of marriage is once you made that decision, you made that decision. Yeah. Like, but that's why I think people put so much into even leading up to that decision because we recognize the importance of it and what you're really for all intents and purposes, what you're giving up, because you're going to gain a lot, but there's a lot of things you're going to give up. And that's what makes it hard. We love the part about the gain, but what do I have to give up? Do I got to give up that little black book? Do I got to give up my, for some people it becomes, it's easy to say I'm going to give up the little black book and the other girls. Okay, that's easy enough. I'm going to give up I don't know, maybe I got to give up my sports car because we're talking about having a family and now I got to get a minivan. Okay, I can give that up. But what when it turns into, okay, now I might have to give up the hopes and the dreams and the desires that I believe God had for me because you don't vibe with that. And that's going to cause tension in our relationship and our marriage. That's where people start getting to the point where it's, what if I have to give up my peace and my own mental health because you're verbally abusive to me? I love you, and on your good days, you are great. Right. It's like Chicago, like living in Chicago is an abusive relationship, right?
It is.
In the summertime, it's great. It's wonderful. It's magnificent. It's the greatest place in the world. I can't imagine living nowhere else. And around about December 20th, it's like, what in the world am I doing living in Chicago? It's the worst place in the world. I'm going to move. I just don't want to be here no more. But that's how we do our relationships, right? Like somebody is so good to us, so good at times. And then they got them other times where it's clock. And, like like, are you willing to give up the dreams and goals you have in order to pick that stuff up? You giving up your mental health, your peace, for the sake of saying, I stayed married? What, you want a prize for that? You want a cookie for that? Like, because like that cookie ain't gonna help that busted jaw. That cookie ain't gonna help that busted heart. And that cupcake that you get for staying, that little award, that T-shirt that you get for sticking around 50 years, that ain't gonna help that broken heart. But again, this is up to every. Once you get married, I think you just have to have those conversations. And if you can stand it, if you got as the lady put it, if you got the grace to stand it, go ahead, but don't shy away from the conversation. And if you don't feel like you had a grace to stand it, go ahead because you don't have to stay. Like, my only problem is the people that say you just have to. That's my only problem. The people that tell people to stay in that mess. That's my only problem.
And I think sometimes people, this is my last thought because I know we got to wrap up. I think sometimes single people see being single as a curse, right? Or like something that's so horrible and so bad. Like, I am alone, but I am not lonely at all whatsoever. Like, I have a very full life. And I always tell my friends who are, my age and single or whatever, I'm like, get busy. Find you something to do. Rhonda on the Rocks is my baby. It's my partner. It's my baby as it stands right now. And so I don't have time to, like, of course I want a relationship and all of that stuff, right? Like it's normal, but I don't feel like being single is a curse at all. I enjoy being able to do me. It feels good to be able to do what it is that I want to do and actually take my time and get to know people because I'm not rushing into a relationship because I'm lonely. Like, alone, yes. Lonely, not at all. So to single people out there, if you are feeling the weight of like wanting to be in a relationship and all of that, get busy. Figure out what it is that you are interested in, that you are passionate about, the type of things that you like to do, and get busy doing those things. And when you're in those spaces, you're more likely to meet someone while you're doing what it is that you're interested in and how you enjoy and have fun. So that is my word for today. Thank y'all for listening. The last video sparked some conversation. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I feel like I learned a lot. Renee is now my best friend.
Hey, come on, Rita. Yeah. Y'all will love each other too.
Oh.
And the people who didn't agree with us are wrong, like Eric. So yeah.
Wait, repeat that again. What did she say?
And the people who did not agree with Renee and I are wrong, like Eric.
I never agree with Renee.
Yeah, Renee. I know. Which is why I feel like that. Have a good one.
Wow. Thank you, Rhonda on the Rock. I guess we done already started our round table. I already put Rhonda on the solo screen and everything. That was good. Rhonda, tell them one more thing. Just encourage them about the Rhonda on the Run challenge one more time.
Oh yeah, Rhonda on the Run. We are wrapping up. It's the last few days. Today is the 25th, so we have 5 more days left. Commit to something in the next 5 days. Drink more water. Go for an extra long walk. Get more sleep, Zeke Locke. Do something to help and benefit your physical health in the next 5 days. Don't forget to tag me on Instagram at Rhonda on the Rocks. Use the hashtag Rhonda on the Run. And I'm doing a raffle on the 30th for another gift card.
Come on with the raffles. Yes, that's right. Commit to something in the next 5 days, something that's healthy. Commit to a healthy lifestyle, some rest, a healthy food choice, running, doing all that kind of stuff, or just commit to your relationship. If you married, commit to your spouse. like we've been talking about, commit to that for the next 5 days as well. There you go. And you'll have a healthier life, because if you married to Rhonda and you cheat on her, you getting that lead. So there you go.
Smoking hot lead.
No, that's good. Thank you, Roger, so much for being here. As always, you always bring the heat. That's why we love you. That's why we love it. And thank you for the Rhonda on the Run challenge. You've been really like helping folks with that one. So thank you for putting that out there. Absolutely. Eric, can we do on the round table? Go ahead and give the people your weekend thoughts as we go into the weekend here.
Well, mine is real simple. Today was a good show. As we said, what works for you in your relationship is what you do. You don't build it off other people's thoughts or opinions, but what works for you works for you. Enjoy your weekend. God loves you. Jesus gave all for you. Give all for him. And we did learn that Rhonda will shoot you. So y'all single men who's checking out on the podcast, just be careful. Don't cheat. Don't write. She will kill you. And that's my thoughts on the weekend. See y'all Monday.
Oh my God.
Star Rich Holmes, you know the deal. You know what you got to do. You know you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to bring us back to Jesus, because we
see. That's what I think about.
I done kick passes and balls. I done told women that they gonna get left for a white girl. I done had a wild show today. Go ahead.
You messing with the white meat, Zeke? No, I'm sorry. All right, y'all.
Ain't no Shannon Sharp.
Hey guys, I hope something was said today that was impactful to you. We talked about, he mentioned Jesus. We talked about these cups. We talked about decisions we got to make. Jesus had to make a decision. There was a cup in front of him. He said, is there any way that I don't have to do what I have to do? Can you let this past be moved from me? It helps me to know there are moments in life that cups will be given to you, and you may have to drink from them when you don't want to. But in the end, it's not about your will. It's really about his will being done on the earth. I encourage you to seek his will and find it for your life. Hey, I'm going to pray. Like I always say, life is choice driven. You will live and die by the choices you choose to make. I got a hint for you. Choose life. God, thank you for this time of these people. Thank you for the community of believers, like-minded faith. Lord God, we declare that this weekend will be a stress-free weekend. We thank you that people will get rest, like Zeke Locke and Rhonda. We thank you for touching their bodies, that they are healed and they walk in health. Thank you for downloading plans of action on what it is we need to do to make the next great move in our life. In Jesus' name, we thank you for protection. Amen. Talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Peace. Hey. And also, I'm going to throw a shameless plug to Doc. If you ain't doing nothing on Sunday, are you preaching this Sunday, Doc? Are you
I actually am. My dad told me yesterday I'm preaching, so I am.
I must be in the vein, huh? Let me throw a shameless plug real quick. If you ain't doing nothing at 10 a.m., right?
10 a.m. Come on through.
If you're in the Chicago area and you ain't doing nothing at 10 a.m. this Sunday, go ahead and check out Pastor Rich Holmes as he preaches and all that stuff. Y'all hear him over here, but you get to see him in a different light over there at Mornin View Word Church in the Bronzeville area of Chicago. If you're not doing nothing Sunday and you're looking for a church home, and you can always visit me as well. If you are more of a late riser, we start service at 12:30. So there you have it. And if you just got the super Holy Ghost, then you can go to his church and then come over to mine and then catch Greater Harvest at 8. So there you go. There's some people who still do that. I'm not one of those people. I go to one service.
You want a good fight? Have a Greater Harvest.
Listen. I want one service, and I'm trying to figure out how to get out of there early. So I want brunch. Man, listen, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for locking in with us all week long. This has been great. Next week we actually have a really good next 2 weeks. We've got Music Week next week. We're focusing on music, people in the music industry, people who want to get in there. We're going to spotlight some artists. We're going to pull on the wisdom of Eric and Rich and the stuff that they've done. We're going to pull on some wisdom of some other artists to see what their story looks like, and how they doing. The big focus for this coming week is really on independent artists and people who trying to get their thing started. So that's what we're going to focus on next week. So again, if you have any music, if you have any music or anything, you want to email that right there. ZekeLive730@gmail.com. ZekeLive730@gmail.com. If you have a music video that you want us to share, it's cool. We like music videos. That's cool. Please don't send me a link that I got to download myself, like on YouTube or something like that. Like, send me the actual video so that we can play that. Or if you don't have a video, that's fine as well. Like, MP3 would work. Don't send me a WAV file that needs to be in MP3 format. And make sure you have like a headshot or some album art, whatever image you would like to be on there. But we want to play different people's music. We want folks to be able to go and see all these amazing artists that are in and out of here. So that's next week. And then the week after that is Relationship Week. And I'm going to just throw it out there. We hooking some people up next week. We're going to hook Rhonda on the Rocks up. So if you know what's strapping, we're going to hook Rhonda on the Rocks up. They was trying to see if we need to be hooking Eric up. Rhonda trying to give me the
Eric said no.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Eric.
If you know any strapping young men who are between what ages did we go on? You said this the other day on the show.
34 to 50.
There it was.
Like last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I should say like 45. Y'all send me a bunch of pictures.
It's some very well active and good looking 50-year-old men.
I know. I seen them.
Yeah,
I seen them.
I've been looking at some of them like, if I could just stay that way for the next 10 years, the Lord has been good to me.
Yeah.
There's some 50-year-olds out here looking better than some 25-year-old men. So there you have it. That's true. if you know any strapping young men that you think will be good for Rhonda on the Rocks, then send that over also to ZekeLive730@gmail.com. And then the last thing to be able to send over to Zeke Live is for our Mother's Day episode, which will happen the day after Mother's Day, so that we can, we want to show your pictures and all those other things like that with your mom or with your auntie or your grandmother or somebody who was just influential in your life, like a motherly type. Maybe it's that church mother or a teacher. I don't know. But send those pictures over to ZekeLive730@gmail.com. You can send those as late as Sunday night, because I know Sunday is Mother's Day and we're going to share the pictures on Monday. But as long as they're in the email, we can grab them. So just send your pictures, send all that stuff, or you with your own kids. So thank y'all so much. I love y'all. If you have not done it already, subscribe, Zeke Locke. Follow, share, tag, do all of that. These conversations have been amazing all week long, and I appreciate y'all. 100 subscribers on YouTube, and we throwing a kickback. We all getting together, all the Lock stars. We're gonna play some music, and we gonna drink from our Rhonda on the Rocks cups. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, this has been a great show. Y'all all right? Y'all good? Y'all
great.
Y'all think that's a good place to close it?
Yeah.
Well, y'all know we got to close it the right way. Let's see here. Hold on, wait a minute. I know it's in here. Eric, I know your mama put it in here, Eric, because I seen it myself.
She put it up around 10 o'clock.
Where's it at? Your mama be on time. That's what we need to run us. Oh, no, because I got the show. We don't go to weekend without mama telling us it's a good show. Somebody find that comment. There it is. All right, there it is. Awesome live cast. Good thought-provoking conversations. Great job, guys. And Rhonda we all got lumped together, gentlemen, but Rhonda got singled out. So
she didn't do another one and just say,
right, that's your own mama, Eric. Your own mama said called Rhonda out.
Rhonda on the Rocks. She didn't know who I am.
This is Rhonda on the Rocks.
On the Rocks, baby.
It don't sound right. I'm Rich Holmes. I got to work on it. I got to get it.
Yeah, you need.
Now, that's a good name, though, Rich.
I'm
Rich Holmes.
Huh?
Yeah. That's a good name, though, Rich Holmes.
But it's a great name. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sound like Rich Holmes, like he got that money. Rich Holmes.
Yeah. Come on, money, man.
Right, Rich, running it. There you go. All right, y'all. Well, I love y'all. Y'all be easy. Go follow all the people's names on the screen that you see on here. Go follow us all on Instagram and all the things. All right, y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace out.